All right, it looks like we are live. Good evening, everyone. I realize it's dinner time for many people, but didn't really want to coincide with others' live streams, or I was trying as much as possible not to. Next time, usually goes on between 7:30 and 8. I don't. I imagine he's doing so tonight, and so I wanted to come earlier. I realized Peanut had addressed some of what I'm going to talk about. Neg certainly did, and I'm going to talk about these 3 topics. As it turns out, yeah, I watched a little bit of DCMediagirl, and that deserves a video in and of itself. DCMediagirl playing with dolls. That deserves a short video by itself, and I haven't ruled that out. So before I go on, I want to thank all you Mad Hatters for all your continued support. Please give this video a thumbs up. Please feel free to share the video out to Twitter, okay? If you can, if you please, if you're so inclined. Or share it to any other social media, because it was kind of an impromptu thing. I had planned to go live, but didn't know what time, so it is sort of impromptu. So let's see who's here. Juicy Skittles said she had to run. She's busy with her children. She'll catch in the rerun. Pacific Northwest Liz, good to have you along. And she is making a pizza, which is funny considering in the thumbnail we have Ms Hussy eating a pizza. Yeah. Hey, Kristen, it's been a while since we've seen you here. Good to have you. Marlene Dietrich, good. Becca Penred, Dog Mom. Hey, Linda. And Linda B, so far, go excellent. Good to have you. Whoa, Marlene Dietrich. Shady Booty, hey, Nunya Business. Nunya Business, thank you so much. All right, oh, hugs back to you too, Shady Booty, another fellow Canadian, yeah. So anyways, oh, what an unbelievable last 24 to 48 hours. So I thought I'd cover all 3 items because what should we start with first? Yeah. Hey, Sherry, good to have you along. So what to start with first? Okay. What do we start with? Hey, Shan Maria. Okay, DCMediagirl. Do we start with Ms Hussy? Do we start with Ms Rosethorn? Hey, I blame Eric. Hey, Eric, good to have you. Let's get one thing out of the way first. Yeah, she's playing with dolls. I'm getting to that, Shady Booty. She really has regressed. She really has regressed. Yeah. Hey, Christina. Good to have you along. Yes, let's, what to start with? Let's start with the apology thing. I realize I probably should be going in order on how I wrote the title out, but it looks like not. I want to get one thing out of the way before I forget the details, because we all know how crappy my short-term memory is. Okie doke. So we'll start with Ms. Rosethorn. Yeah. Yeah, you're still boring and you're still very cringeworthy to me. I watched a 28-minute video, and Negs was going to review it on his channel, but he decided against it. It was 8 minutes of her repeating herself, pretty much harping on the same themes. You do you are, we are all here for a good time. Right on, Shady. Eric, I find DC dolls a bit disturbing. She's acting like a fangirl. Eric, all 3 of these people I'm about to talk about are disturbing. They're all equally disturbing. Oh, they are all equally disturbing. Oh, God. So anyways, I know DC went live earlier, but if we have time, we may react to part of that stream if we have time. I only watched like the first 5 minutes of it. So we'll wait and see. Maybe it deserves its own live stream. Hey, Beckaroo, Yaba is doing a hateful, messed up live on FB. FB put up a post saying to report, and now Yaba and Co are cackling on reporting on FB. Oh, really, Becca? Oh. I wonder how much those dolls cost. That I don't know, Linda. I don't know. I know DCMediagirl supplied an email. The woman in question is called Michelle in Maine. Okay, not to be mistaken for Michelle R., who is my moderator and a regular here on this chat. Michelle R is a friend. She's Canadian. We're talking about a Michelle from Maine. Okay, Michelle from Maine. She's the one who makes and sells the Amberlynn and Foodie Beauty dolls. Yeah. I truly hope it is. Just to be clear, okay, I'll get to DCMediagirl very shortly. Just to be clear, DCMediagirl purchasing the dolls is not illegal as far as I can tell. The law is sometimes weird, no matter what jurisdiction you're written in, you're living in, no matter what jurisdiction it's written in. As far as I can tell from what I've seen so far, the purchase of the dolls themselves is not illegal. However, even the creation of them is not illegal. However, the sale of these dolls without the consent, in this case of Foodie Beauty and Amberlynn Reid, does contravene on trademark laws in the U.S. apparently. I have put a link, and I'll research it further. But meanwhile, I do have a link in the description box of this video regarding toys. Dolls are considered to be toys. And it looks like the sale for the commercial sale of these dolls could be illegal. Now, we already know by Foodie Beauty's community tab that the sale of she certainly did not consent to the sale of these dolls. And I'm going to guess that Amberlynn Reid, I think it's a safe bet. The safe money would be that Amberlynn didn't know about the dolls, didn't consent to the dolls either. Okay. DC collects Barbies and dolls, but they are not in the boxes. I would have thought she would have had them hermetically sealed. Hey, Sherry, you know? But apparently she admits to owning Donald Trump dolls too, but that's Donald Trump's I don't care about Donald Trump, honestly. But what I do care about is these dolls. I took a clip from her. She claims she's not shaming these women, but you should have seen the way she was talking about the dolls. It was not only cringe-worthy, but she was shaming the girls. She was shaming the girls. I have the clip. I may, like I said, I may make a separate short video about that. It is creepy, Linda. Absolutely. Absolutely creepy. Yeah. So I don't know. If I were Chantal, I mean, don't announce it, Chantal. Do not announce it. But if I were you, Chantal, I'd quietly go talk to a lawyer. I really will. I would seriously at least go talk to a lawyer about this. If for no other reason, because these people keep going further and further and further. This is what happens. You give somebody an inch, they take 10 miles. In this case, with this group, it's 10,000 miles. Okay? So I think at the very least, don't say you're going to don't tell your audience, don't tell no one you're going to talk to a lawyer. Just do it. Just do it. I don't know if you're watching, Chantal, but that's my advice to you. Talk to a lawyer on the QT. Hey, Mama J. Canada has similar laws, Mama J. It's a good question, but Canada has similar laws. As I go through the research, I have yet to look for through Lexum, which is the Université de Montréal Law School website. I have yet to look through that. And the Ottawa U Law School. So when I find more links, I will post them in a pinned comment below. Okay. And besides of which, Mama J, the other thing is the dolls were created and sold in the United States. They are sold from the United States. So that's what supersedes here. American law would supersede. Hey, resting bitch face, long time no see. Glad you're here. Right, Linda? Who buys dolls of someone? If you don't like Chantal and Amber that much, you make videos about them, but to have dolls, mega creeper. Absolutely, Eric. No, the dolls go too far, and the dolls... Remember what happened when Jan's Views, a year and a half ago, Jan's Views was making merch and selling it of Peter Mon's face and of Metamorphosis Rocks. And that was proven to be illegal. Even in her native UK, that was illegal because she did not have consent from either Peter Mon or Rocks. Okay, the merch had to come down. And my guess is that it was reported enough to Teespring, it was taken down. But we're not really going to, I'm just offering this as an example. We're not going to devote any more time to Miss Jan's Views. other than the fact that, yeah, she is a DCMediagirl simp. Yeah. Okay. RBF, SFD, hug. Who are you? Hey, Blazing Peach, for real. It's absolutely ridiculous at this point. Like dolls. Yeah, absolutely. It's going too far. It's the same thing when Young Dumb Honey Bun created the merch, okay, originally with a line drawing of Amberlynn's face that said "despectful piece of shit." It was the same thing. Young Dumb Honey Bun ended up having to modify that merch to remove the face or the likeness of Amberlynn's face. It was the same thing. So the dolls, it's the same thing. Why have dolls of someone who makes you sick to your stomach unless you're a voodoo practitioner? Which even if you are, you can't hate these two that much. Like, come on, they aren't hard. Yeah, exactly. How are they hurting you personally? Exactly, Eric. How are they hurting you personally? Nunya, they wouldn't have channels without, yeah, they should be nicer to Chantal and Amber. As Negs would say, they need to be nicer to Chantal and Amber because they're signing your goddamn paychecks. They really are. Jesus, Jen went bananas over the hashtag without a photo. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, Mama J. Yeah. But since Jan doxed me, I'm not feeling too bad. I'm not feeling too bad. Death Valley, hey. Well, I'm glad you're up late. I'm glad you're up late. Yeah, dolls. Resting bitch face, dolls. There is a woman called Michelle from Maine who created Amberlynn and Foodie Beauty dolls. And the dolls were, ugh. Like the Foodie Beauty doll, it had a lot of glue and kind of looked like a bald spot in the center even, like almost a bald spot. I thought that was cruel because here's the thing, and DCMediagirl to laugh at that, considering DCMediagirl had cancer herself, I'm going to guess that DC had chemotherapy. And with chemotherapy, we all know one of the main symptoms is hair loss. Okay, so I shouldn't be shocked, but I find it particularly egregious, given that DCMediagirl probably had to go through a time where she lost her hair. Yeah, she's mocking Chantal's hair. You know what I mean? Hey, Kyle, good to have you along. It's fake outrage for views. You can't be that angry over someone making lifestyle choices that is affecting only them. You're angry at that someone is eating crap on camera. I know, Eric. It's crazy. I know. DC still goes off about her Kiwi Farms photo of her in that outfit. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, the Nazi outfit, Sherry. Yeah. So she should feel for the imaging of the dolls. You would think, but here's the thing, the difference between Kiwi Farms and the dolls. Kiwi Farms, I doubt very much is making any money, and their mess is in their own little corner of the internet, and they're making commentary. Whether you like their commentary or not, they're making commentary. The dolls are actually being sold for profit. Okay? Michelle from Maine's goal is to make money from the dolls. Okay? So that's the difference right there. Yeah, exactly. So let's see what else is going on. Oh, yes. Okay. So anyways, so that's, yeah, please give this video a thumbs up. Okay, I'm going to shake my rattle can briefly. Yeah, I wonder how DC would feel about dolls being made of her and being sold commercially without her consent. Chantal understands the toll it's taking on her health. She is paying for her choices, but that's not enough for DC. Yeah, I'm with you there. That is the sad, ugly truth. Okay. I'm going to shake my rattle can for a minute. Okay. I know Michelle R is not in the chat, but she wouldn't forgive me if we didn't get this out of the way. For those who wish to join the channel but can't find the join button, you still can do so through this link. I hear it's still a problem with iPhone, that there's no join button, but you can click this link if you wish to join the channel. It's $1.99 per month. You get access to the cool emojis that you see some of the members putting, cool hat emojis. We're all Mad Hatters here. It's a wonderful thing. Every Thursday afternoon, that includes tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I host a members-only chat, public live stream members-only chat. And we have a good time. And for most of my uploads, you get early advanced viewing with no ads for most of my uploads. So, yeah, it's something to consider if you can, if you wish, if you feel inclined. Okay. For a one-time donation, I do have PayPal. Yes, before I go on, speaking of PayPal, I want to thank everyone publicly. You know who you are, who donated to my PayPal in the past few days. And thank you, Negs. A special thanks to Negs, who on his stream a few days ago had offered a little hand up, if you will. He had offered a hand up and shared my PayPal link because he was talking about Ms Hussy and the GoFundMe for his iMac Pro, but on the same time was ridiculing me for complaining about my computer, which I've been complaining about for a long time because it's old, it's decrepit, it doesn't work, and it's 10 years old and hasn't had a good run. I want to let you know, all who did donate, as promised, I keep my word. All PayPal donations, I keep all your information confidential. I will not shout you out unless you would like me to. I will not shout you out. I keep that private. But I want to thank, you know who you are, and I want to thank you all. And that money is definitely going to be used, going towards a new computer. As soon as I have the money, as soon as I save enough money also to add on. So, but you all gave me a great boost. And I can't thank you all enough, Negs, Negative Nation, and everybody who gave a nice donation to my PayPal. Okay. Next on the list, I have merch as well. Okay, I have merch as well. Okay. So if you might want to check out the merch, I have a merch store. Yeah. And also, I have a new second channel. For those who are not aware, I have a new second channel called Fedora Social Experiment. Yep, for those who want to join, Fedora Social Experiment. Gosh, I don't have the link. If somebody has the link to my second channel, hang on. I'll get you the link in 2 seconds. I don't know if I have any mods here. Okay. Besides Resting Bitch Face in Death Valley, I mean. Okay. So here's my second channel. Hey, Laura Lulu. Yeah, mod here too. Okay, my second channel. Fedora Social Experiment. It's very different comment than what we do, videos and what we do here. It's coming, Angie. It's coming. It's coming, Angie. Okay. So it's a very different channel. I've got 4 videos up already. Over at Fedora Social Experiment, that's what it is. I experiment. I experiment with story time and comedy pretty much. So, and I have different characters. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, go check it out. It is a haydurnation free zone over there. I keep all that trash fire here at Straight Talkin' Fedora Chick. Thank you very much, Death Valley. Yes. It doesn't, hey. No, it doesn't make 0 sense. But Laura Lulu, it's been a while since we've seen you here. I'm glad you're here. DC doesn't feel anything for anyone. In her latest stream, she declares that because she once had a drug addict friend that ripped her off for $500 who died, she feels no empathy for any addict. Okay. Yet she demands that we empathize. She kind of suggests that we empathize with MFW. Like, go try and make sense out of that. Right, Death Valley? Go try to make sense out of that. If anyone sold DC doll, she would flip, Eric. She would. She definitely would. Anyways, those are the rattle can links, everybody, and the links to my second channel. Yep. And once again, thank you, Negative Nation. Thank you, Negs. Thank you all who donated to my PayPal recently. I much appreciate you all. Hey, Joe. Well, welcome, Mad Hatter. Welcome to the Mad Hatters, where it's a wonderful thing. Glad you're here. I love seeing new faces. Love seeing new faces. Oh, thank you so much, Angie. I appreciate you. Also, DC needs a new computer. Huh? Thought I just had that. Yeah, she also going out for an iMac Pro. Don't get me wrong. I have an iMac, not the Pro, but I have an iMac. It's 10 years old. It's had a great run. Just now, it's sputtering. Had to, I've already replaced the hard drive once. It's just sputtering. But my next computer is not going to be an iMac, as I said, because I can't afford it. The only reason why I have this one is because my ex-partner bought it when he was still living here with me. And he purchased the iMac, and when he moved out, when we separated, he left the iMac with me because he had a few other laptops and he didn't want to leave me without a computer. That's why. That's the only reason why I still have it. Ah, she's still holding on to the 80s. Yes, Eric, she is. She is indeed. So yeah, it was kind of weird watching DCMediagirl play with dolls. Like I said, well, how long have we been in? 21 minutes. Okay, I've got to move on to the two other stories. Like I said, we'll play part of the, DCMediagirl stream if we have time. Okay, we'll see. So yeah, so back to what I was saying, what I was going to start with and didn't. So that's DCMediagirl for you. All right, next, rosethorn, my dear. Yes, I interrupted myself and ended up talking about DCMediagirl and the dolls first when I wanted to talk about rosethorn. Yeah. Rosethorn is demanding that I make an apology. I'm not going to play Rosethorn's 28-minute video because it's basically repetitive, as I said. It's redundant. But just a few highlights, just a few points. She demands I make an apology to one Ms. D. Higgins, a haydurnation groupie, not a content creator, but a groupie. All right, here's the short answer to that. No, and no. I'm not going to apologize. I have nothing to apologize for. Okay? I have absolutely nothing to apologize for. I don't care who she super chats to. I really don't. And I really don't want anything from her either. Don't really want anything from her. I don't care if she super chats, who she super chats normally. But I do have a right to make a comment. You seem to spread the wealth to people who bully vulnerable people. Yeah, I think that's a fair critique that I can give. That's a fair critique. All right, that's it. And the other thing, not here she ain't, Linda. Not here. Not here. No, you're right, Snowstorm. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. So Rosethorn went on to say I was jealous of the super chats. And she spent a lot of time talking about how Negs made quite a killing in super chats in one afternoon. I'm actually happy for Negs, and I throw a little support when I can. I'm not a rich person. I got to pay my bills first, after all. Yes, bills, being an adult. But I throw a little support his way because I think he does he entertains me. He entertains a lot of people. He's relatable. He is a single dad of a 12-year-old boy raising a 12-year-old full-time. To me, he deserves support, so I'm happy. I'm not jealous at all. I'm happy he had a good afternoon. I have good nights and I don't, and some nights are different. It's the way the ball bounces. You know what I mean? I appreciate whatever anybody gives, and if they don't, that's okay too. That's what, just giving a thumbs up and subscribing, it's a free way to help your girl out. You're still a Mad Hatter. We'll still love you, As a matter of fact, once, okay, I've had channel members, okay, now no longer channel members who have come up to me Not going to mention their names, but they have mentioned to me that they had to drop their memberships because financial priorities shifted. Their hours were cut at their job, or they lost their jobs entirely. Hence, the nature of the beast of this pandemic has brought us great byproduct, that the pandemic has brought us. And I understand that better than anyone. I don't want anybody going broke or going without, to pay for channel memberships. No, you got to pay your bills first. You're still going to be appreciated here, Hey, Kathy, see, long time no see. Welcome back to the fold. Welcome back to the fold, Kathy. Rose, don't you have a date with a baseball bat? Hey, Lazy Day, good to have you. Good to have you along. Yes, Eric, I don't care how old I am either. My mama says apologize, I'm doing it. Yeah, but I'm not apologizing to D. Higgins or to Ms Hussy or anyone for that matter. D. Higgins bankrolls all of haydurnation. The name should be familiar. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So here's the thing. No apologies coming. And I love how rosethorn does her video. We know she's talking about me. She doesn't mention me by name. It's kind of like she's afraid of the Beetlejuice effect. Mention my name 3 times. Fedora chick, Fedora chick, Fedora chick. Click your heels and I appear. Ah, La Marimagrosa. I am so happy to see you. I only peeped in on Negs to say, hey, I missed everyone's live. What the heck has been going on? I hope you get to catch the early part in rerun. I already covered DCMediagirl. I may make a short video about DCMediagirl playing with dolls. More specifically, dolls that resemble Amberlynn, Reid, and Chantal. Yeah. D. Higgins is on over 30 plus hate channels giving money. She must not have a life. Yeah, that's a sad thing. If she doesn't have a life, that is a very sad thing, Snowstorm. It is very sad. Anchors away. Can't believe the dolls. No, me either, Anchors. Me either. Good to have you along for the ride too, Anchors. So, yeah. So anyways, Rose was going on saying, shame on me that I was super chat shaming, or I was GoFundMe shaming on Ms Hussy. Because I uploaded a video about Ms Hussy and the GoFundMe. My problem with not only the GoFundMe, not only because I believe he's a scammer, I strongly believe that. Keep in mind, he not long before at all, maybe a month, just a month before, he had another GoFundMe to raise money ostensibly to pay a lawyer to go after Foodie Beauty. Yes, for clapping back at him. Go figure. But he had closed the GoFundMe, I don't know, within 24, 48 hours. Something like that. Yeah. So she was saying I was shaming him and that how he absolutely needs and she was saying, she was on that train, how he absolutely needs an iMac to make YouTube videos, that supposedly he talked to some buddies of his and said that he needed that. There are, I think many YouTubers would disagree with that. I get that it may be tedious to do with a phone. With my issues with fine motor skills, I cannot edit videos on a phone either. Okay, I need an actual keyboard and mouse to help me with my manual dexterity that I don't have. But I don't need an iMac either. You can do it with a PC. I think many YouTubers do it with a PC, including Negs. She's got the thumb jammed up her crack. Oh dear. Oh dear. Rose is a holier than thou ass clown. She needs to take her nose out of Hussy's butt. Yeah, she needs to take her nose out of everybody's butt, Nunya. Hey, Carla, what's going on? Chantal's live? Okay, it was funny. Yaba's doing a crazy live right now. Chantal is doing a live. Oh. By the way, Carla, I haven't seen you around here before. Welcome. We are all Mad Hatters here. It's a wonderful thing. Welcome. I like seeing new faces here. I just can't believe he doesn't have a PC. It's hard to believe, Linda, but a lot of people, most people, and I heard this from the YouTube gurus, like Roberto Blake, Brian G. Johnson, Nick Nimmons. Apparently, most watch YouTube videos from a smartphone. There are many more who do edit videos from a smartphone. I do know that Nick Nimmons' brother, D. Nimmons, his channel is devoted, okay, to how to make videos and how to do social media, all from a cell phone. All from a cell phone. Hey, Scott. Good to see you. Rosethorn should stick with what she knows. Baseball bats. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sorry, I'm double dipping, double modding. Chantal's live. Okay, that's fine, Death Valley. That's fine. I have a PC, but prefer to use my phone for video editing. Okay, you see, Eric, you like it better. You know, but the thing is, there is a... Never mind. But Rosethorn, since you seem to believe that Ms Hussy absolutely needs an iMac, do you have an iMac, Rose? And I'm only asking because you seem to say that it was so necessary for him. So I've got to ask, do you have an iMac yourself, Rose? Yeah. Yeah, so she was demanding that I apologize, which I am not going to do. No, no, no. Hell will freeze over first. Hell will absolutely freeze over first. Okay. So what else is going on, my dear people? I've got Foodie Beauty on TV and Chic on the laptop. Right on, Scott. Right on. I never thought using a Mac or a PC because I'm not a full-time YouTuber. You know what? It's everybody to each their own, right? To each their own. And secondly, Rosethorn seemed to suggest that I had e-begged or Negs e-begged on my behalf. No, I heard Negs' live stream in the replay. No, he just put it out there. He just put my PayPal link out there for those who wanted to donate, and those who did, thanks, great, much appreciated. And that's all he did. Shit, I'm going to start driving, so I don't text and drive, but I'm listening. No, we don't want you to text and drive, Lamera. No, we don't want you to do that. Drive safely, Lamera. Drive safely. YouTube Underground Live was nasty and disgusting. Is Yaba still live, Scott? Anyways, back to what I was saying. The issue I have with Ms Hussy, it's not just the potential scamming thing that he does. The bigger problem I have with Ms Hussy and his GoFundMe for the iMac are two things. He shamed me for having a computer that didn't work or for mentioning my computer didn't work. He shamed me on video. That's what I have a problem with. He has a GoFundMe e-begging for an iMac Pro while shaming me for being too broke to buy a computer. Okay? That's my issue. The second issue I have, Rose, and if you're watching, Rose, stick around. Rose, I wonder what you think of Ms. Hussy saying that my moderators paid me to be mods on my channel. You didn't say a word about that in your video, I noticed. That was inconspicuously missing. That little piece there, that element. How Ms. Hussy basically said that my mods paid me to mod at my channel. You were pocket watching my mods. Particularly one mod, my friend Michelle R., who super chatted me $100 a couple of days ago. By the way, thanks again, Michelle. I always appreciate your generosity. I don't know if you're watching, but she doesn't appear to be in the chat today. She usually is. But Michelle, if you're watching, I appreciate you once again. Thank you. But he was pocket watching that, you know. So, Rose, I find that kind of rich. You didn't mention that piece. Yeah, resting bitch face. Apparently, your bill is due. Your monthly bill for the privilege of modding my channel. Yeah. Kidding around, of course, but that's what Ms. Hussy said, that you, my mods, pay me to mod at my channel. Hey, Blue Firefly, good to see you. Good to see you. Plus, Negs is tonight, too. Such a busy night. Negs is going on later, I think. I think he's going on a little later, maybe at about 7:30. I remember you mentioned, yeah, exactly. I've mentioned it before. I'm not hiding it. But I'm not going to set up a GoFundMe to get a computer either. You know? For me, a GoFundMe, and I've said this before, and I'm going to say it one more time. Just one more time for those in the back who didn't hear me the last time. The only time I would set up a GoFundMe, it would be a last resort, an absolute last resort, it would be something dire. Okay, like let's say I'm about to lose my apartment. Okay, and I'm about to be on the street within a question of days or a week or even days. Or if I required expensive medication not covered by my provincial health plan. Things like that. Okay, it would have to be dire. Yeah, and DCMediagirl says her laptop that her mom gave her is on the fritz too. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, didn't she shame Peanut? Wasn't she on the ride with Charlie Gold, shaming Peanut for her webcam that doesn't work? Yeah. Belinda's on at 8 tonight. My God, we're gonna have such a traffic jam tonight. Okay, I don't think I'm going to be reacting to DC stream then. I think we're going to keep this a little bit shorter. I think so, yeah. Was that Charlie Lamara? Oh, Charlie, not Charlie Gold. Not to be mistaken. Charlie Gold did not give the $500 donation to somebody else. Fedora mods, people she trusts. Yes, exactly. And I've already talked about this, Laura. Yeah, you weren't there for that, Laura Lulu. You weren't there for that. Your bill is due. Kidding. Yeah. Yeah, you weren't there for that, but I will mention it again. I pick mods that I see have had experience and do well modding at other people's channels. That's how I assign mod. Or somebody who's a close friend of mine, who may be a close friend of mine, who watches my channel regularly, okay, who watches my channel. And I trust them to be able to read my cues, know what I will tolerate and what I will not tolerate. You know, that's who I pick as mods. You know, a lot of my mods never gave me one red cent, okay? They never gave me one red cent, and that's fine. They provide support to me in other ways besides monitoring my channel. They give me support in other ways, okay? Like sharing my links, for instance, you know, sharing my rattle can links. And that's all fine. That's okay, Scott Stevens. At least I don't mod for Negs. I get to chill. Is Negs on now? Is Negs on now? Rosethorn is jealous that Jasmine the Boar has more subs than Rose. Oh, dear Lord. Dear Lord. I wouldn't be surprised. Dear Lord. I wouldn't be surprised. I had a little fun in Foodie Beauty community post comments. Did you? Yeah. Well, Hussy and D. Higgins both pooped on my community tab, too. So Hussy pooped on my community tab. But you're absolutely right, Laura. On a serious note, mods are people who are here regularly and people that I trust. Okay? And it has nothing to do with coin whatsoever. Okay, thanks, Linda. Thanks for the info. But it seems to be very busy tonight, you know. I had a little fun and oh God. I do not know how to mod, but you are my ladybug. Thank you, Blue Firefly. I love you too. Thank you. So, yeah, and speaking of Hussy, yeah, we're getting to that part. Ms. Hussy. Ms. Hussy. Ms. Hussy, as we know, the Gofundme apparently, and this is by his own admission on his own community tab post, apparently he cannot withdraw the money from his Gofundme. It seems that a few people have reported it. The Gofundme is under review, and he cannot withdraw until further notice. So sometimes things do happen. I'm going to have to check that out, Scott. You need to go over to Kenny's comments and stir the pot. Right on. No, I didn't bad comment about Chantal and her post. Would never do that. Never thought you would, Scott. Never thought you would. Never thought you would. Oh, my. But yeah, Ms. Hussy, happy. Ms. Hussy is all in a happy, not having his Sally Field moment. Because DCMediagirl is too busy having her Sally Field moment. Okay. But yeah, this is fun. You know, Hussy, his GoFundMe is under review and cannot withdraw, apparently. This is by his own admission. And speaking of another admission from Ms. Happy, Ms. Hussy the Happy, Hussy posted something again. He's been busy too. He's been a busy bee on that community tab too, Linda. Hey, he's been a busy little bee, hasn't he? Yeah, he's apparently planning to do more mukbangs on his channel. He's going to be eating Michelina or lean cuisine or something. He's going to be having more mukbangs on his channel. And apparently much of his audience that are commenting below are not happy about. They're none too happy And yeah, it was the same thing when he did a community toast. Easy for me to say. That's all, folks. Easy for me to say. A couple of weeks ago, when old Hussy was going to make was making that pizza mukbang on his community tab, the audience was not happy because they felt, you know what? He rails on Chantal for eating on camera, and yet he's doing the same thing. And anybody coming in here to say, well, he's not eating the same quantity of food, it doesn't matter. It's still a mukbang. Still a mukbang. You know what I mean? Weight Watcher lasagna with spinach. So, oh, God, gross, Scott. Oh. The other day when he had some shit stuck on his face and caught between his teeth. Ah. Oh, Scott, that is so gross. Oh, God. Hussy is deleting. Oh, doesn't he accuse Chantal of doing that, Laura? Yeah, I know that Hussy's friends seem to be, they always go after Chantal for deleting negative comments, but he's doing the same thing. He's a male version of Chantal, essentially. If that's what, if that's what the haters want to see. If that's what the haters want to see. He's doing the exact same thing. They should go after him for doing the exact same thing that they accuse Chantal of doing. Absolutely. Hussy is just plain old annoying. Isn't he, though, Warbia? He is. He is. Hussy deleted a lot of comments. He said he does what he wants. Yeah, I saw that too, Linda. Saw that too. I saw Patricia and Tragic in Kenny's chat. Tragic was pushing it. Right on, Tragic. Right on. Right on. He said all of Chantal's followers are obese women who can't leave the house. Yeah. 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 Scott, need your advice. Someone named their channel Lazy Day too, but leaves mean comments. I guess on the other channels it's not me. Thoughts should. Wow, Lazy Day. I'm sorry that's happening. Yeah, you could. That's one way to go about it. Lazy Day, if you wish to do so. That is certainly your prerogative. That's one way to go about it. Because you can't force them to change their name, right? I mean, there are many actual YouTube channels that do hold the same name. So there isn't much you could do about that other person. But yeah, if you want to differentiate yourself, you could change your profile name. You could give yourself a different avatar if it resembles too much like the other one. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, yeah, really. Hey, Michelle, we were talking about you earlier. We were talking about you. We were talking about you behind your back. I'm kidding, Michelle. You know, I would never do that. Anybody? Most of you are familiar with Michelle R. She's a good friend of mine and of this channel. And she keeps me out of trouble. That's her full-time job. It's keeping me out of trouble. It's keeping me out of trouble. That's what it is. Yeah. So anyways, it's a busy traffic jam tonight, isn't it? So if I put on a wig, a hat, and sunglasses, yell in the camera, sounding like Mrs. Bighead from Rocco's Modern Life, can I get 3,000 subs like Hussy? I don't know, Eric. Why don't you try it out and see? Eric, why don't you try it out? You're a much better looking dude than he is, that's for sure. You're a much finer looking dude. I think the ladies would prefer to watch you. Yeah. Yes, I would change the name or the photo. Yeah, I think that might be your best bet, Lazy Day. I'm with you there, Snowstorm. I think that would be the way to go. Yeah. Hey, B. Good, B. Walsh. Good to have you along. Good to have you here. Yeah, it's a busy night for live streams. No, I know, Lamera. We want you to drive safely. Lely, hi. Yeah, Lamera, we want you to drive safely. We want you to drive safely. We don't want you to have an accident. Has a bulbous nose and squishes it with glasses. Yeah, and the wig is right in front of him, in his face. And the hairs are in his mouth. And yeah, and he's going to be doing more mukbangs. The Gofundme is under review, so he can't withdraw the funds. Sometimes karma is a bitch. Sometimes karma is indeed a bitch. Yeah. No, I blame Eric. Christina, thanks. Yeah, I think I'm with you there. So, yeah. Okay. What else is going on? Yeah. So now the dolls, like I said, for those of you just joining, I already covered the dolls. DCMediagirl's new playthings for dolls, the Amberlynn, Reid, and Chantal dolls. It looks like the seller of the dolls may have a problem legally, and I did post one link in the description box below this video. For those of you who want to check it out, I am studying it further, though. I am studying it further. No, because enough is enough. Frankly, enough is enough. You know, these people are making enough money, you know, off of Chantal and Amberlynn's misfortunes. You know, enough is enough. His GoFundMe is under review, so he can't. Yeah, exactly. Eh? Right, Eric? It is funny. It is funny. It is funny. Oh, God. Rosethorn must be beside herself today. She must be truly beside herself today. Those dolls are gross and scream obsession. Don't they, do Lily? Don't they? I wonder how DC's husband feels about the dolls if he knows about it. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So anyways, so yeah, the dolls are not even well done. And my best hussy voice, these people's a disaster, and I know it, hat lady. Yeah, that's another one. He used to call me straight talking bag lady. Now he calls me hat lady. Yeah. And he calls me hat lady. Oh, God. Yeah, go figure. Go figure. Oh, yeah. Ms Hussy probably lays like, I can't wait to withdraw the money and go to the Apple store. He probably picked out an outfit for the day and made a to-do list and was so excited. Yes, and probably on the way to go buy some scratchy tickets, right, Eric? Yeah. She's got a doll of her husband and kicked him out. Oh. That reminds me of the horror movie Dolly Dearest. I've never heard of Dolly Dearest, Scott. I have never heard of it. And something tells me that's probably a good thing. It's probably not something I would want to watch because I'll probably have nightmares about it for days on end. Probably just absolute horror nightmares about it. Trust me, I see enough cringeworthy stuff on Twitter and on YouTube, enough to last me for a very long time. For a very long time. Yeah. The dolls are creepy. Some suggest that they're voodoo dolls. They're going to stick pins in them. They're going to stick pins in the dolls. Like, Jesus Christ, what have they done? That wasn't facts. I was kidding around. LOL. What were you kidding around about, Death Valley? That. Yeah. No, I know you're kidding around. I know you're kidding around. But, don't worry about it. We all need to call Ms Hussy Chantal. Yeah, I don't want to insult Chantal though, Kathy. That's the thing. I don't want to insult Chantal. I really don't. And if we call him Chantal, I think we're going to be insulting her, and I don't really want to do that. I don't really want to do that. No, I truly don't. Kathy C. Denise Higgins and rosethorn who are mods would be blocking all of us in Ms Hussy's live. That is absolutely true, Scott. That is absolutely true. The creepy thing is that the age DC and Hussy are, you would think that they would have a much more mature mind. And what is it with these haters? They're in the middle age. Okay, they're 50 plus years old. Okay, 50 plus. Rosethorn is another one. And does anybody remember that little stick puppet she made that was supposed to be Chantal, and she gave the stick puppet a haircut? She was like, she had a pair of scissors. Like, first of all, someone like Rosethorn should not be near sharp objects, okay? That should be right up there with MFW. I don't think MFW should be around sharp objects. I don't think someone like Shabisky should be near any sharp objects. And I certainly don't think Rosethorn should be allowed near sharp objects. Okay, no, I didn't think you were throwing shade at her, Kathy. I didn't think you were. What a DC doll. Yeah. I wonder how DC would feel if I don't know if there are any. I have zero talent to make dolls. I have zero talent in that department. Hey, I admit my shortcomings. But if anybody knows how to make dolls and they want to make a DCMediagirl doll, well, don't sell it for money because it's illegal. Don't sell it for money. It's illegal. But if anybody made a DCMediagirl doll and one of us were to showcase it on a video, I wonder how DCMediagirl would feel about it. That's a valid question to ask. Or even a Ms Hussy doll. We know he would take that even worse if there was a Ms Hussy doll. Hey, Dixie, good to see you. Good to see you, Dixie. MFW is a hot mess. She's a whole other season. MFW is like the season 3 of life. Very true, Eric. And we're not really here right now to talk about MFW. That might be tomorrow. I don't know. There's just not much happening in the wonderful world, according to Katie. And I imagine it's going to be that way until her court date come the 23rd of this month. And then we'll be waiting for that. I mean, what did she do? A couple of days ago, she made fried chicken. And I hate it when she does her cooking videos. A, because it looks like she's going to set something on fire or cut herself with a knife. But there's this huge sticker in prominence in front of the camera on the fridge that says honk if you poop. Like a pooping sticker on a refrigerator in a kitchen where food is served. There is something very wrong with that. Yeah. Out of a low leather handbag? I don't know. I do not know, Dixie. I do not know. DC would scream anti-Semitism and forget the fact that she attacked Chantal first. I'm inclined to agree with you right there, Lely. I'm definitely inclined to agree. I bet DC will be so happy when her gender trans. Oh, lazy day. Oh, burn, 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 lazy day. Oh, man. Oh, dear. Gee whiz. Yeah. So what's next on the horizon? Tomorrow at 4 p.m., approximately 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it's the public stream. I'll be streaming again tomorrow, and it will be the weekly members-only chat. Channel members in particular, I'll post something on my community tab when I jump off here. I'll be asking you, particularly channel members, what do you want to talk about tomorrow? What do you want me to talk about tomorrow in the members-only chat? She does look like Mo from the Three Stooges. The thing is, lazy day, we're still not sure which way she's opting for. Death Valley. Death Valley. Oh, God, I love you all. This is a great chat this evening. I appreciate each and every one of you. You guys are making this stream what it is. You guys are making the stream for me. God, I appreciate you all. I appreciate you all. Death Valley, LOL, LOL. Yeah. So, yeah, all let me know later on when I post on the community tab what you want to talk about tomorrow. We'll see if there's any new tea that comes out tomorrow as well. In the morning, on the morrow, we'll see. But, yeah. I'd like to legally research this doll thing. Let us know how we can follow up. Yeah, I am looking it up too. There is a link to give anybody a start who is interested. There is a link in the description box below my video. There is definitely a link in the description box below my video. But yeah, so since Chantal is live herself, odds are she's not watching this stream. But if somebody wants to relay my advice is go on the QT. Don't talk about it. But go on the QT, quietly talk to a lawyer. That's what I would do if I were her. Quietly talk to a lawyer. Hey, Fedora, she dishes it out better. Be able to take it, DC, that is. Absolutely true. Absolutely true, Lazy Day. Here's the problem. Well, like most of them, you know, you dish it to DCMediagirl, she can't take it. She really and truly can't. That's the problem. Sure to be some new Kenny crap to talk. Spitting mushrooms and spinach now as we talk. Ah, gross. Ah. Oh. Sorry. I get very squeamish. This is why I don't really watch mukbangers that much, and I won't watch a full video because I'm that squeamish. Oh. Why were you deleted? I don't know. Who deleted you, Anchors? Anchors, I don't know. Who deleted you? None of the haters can take anything. You're right, Lally. They can't. Let me take a look. What happened? Dead Dolphin made me cry. Oh, welcome, Dolphin. Welcome to the Mad Hatters. Welcome to the Mad Hatters. Welcome to the channel. Welcome, new channel member. Thank you for joining. Much appreciated. Dead Dolphin made me cry. Thank you very much. I can see you, Anchors. Anchors, I see you. I see you, Anchors away. Did somebody delete a comment? Okay. All right. It's possible. Okay. It's maybe possible that YouTube is filtering out certain things. I know maybe they're filtering out certain things, which is something, unfortunately, none of us have any control over. Yeah. Welcome, Dead Dolphin. We'll just call you Dolphin for short. We'll call you Dolphin for short, if that's okay with you. If you're okay with that. Okay. Okay. So, oh, it was only one comment? Okay. All right. So we all see you. Yeah, the Google moderators have been coming here too, Death Valley. It's true. And yeah, like I said, if that's the case, I'm afraid none of us has any control over that. There isn't much we can do. Thank you for showing the, yeah, thank you. Skip Dead Dolphin made me cry. A Mad Hatter, welcome. Yes. All right. For those of you who haven't already, please give this video a thumbs up. It's a free way to help your girl out. Yeah. Hey, only 2 thumbs down. Wow. Where's the third person? There were 3 people in my title: Rosethorn, Ms Hussy, and Clara. So odds are it's 2 out of the 3 that gave the thumbs down. Where's the third one? Where are ya? Yes, it's true, Michelle. They do censor a lot of things. Yeah, we can't really do much about that. Yeah, we really can't. We really can't do much about it. Dear Lord. Okay. Yes, YouTube does censor much. So what else are we doing here? Yeah. All right, you guys, I leave it to you. I've been on for an hour. I can stay with you for another half hour. We can, it's past her bedtime. Clara's having her nap. Give her time. Everyone must be watching Foodie Beauty. Well, Foodie Beauty does draw a larger audience than I do. You know, good on her. She draws a larger audience. You know, good on her. I'm happy for her that she can draw an audience. You know, on her own merit, providing her own content. On her own merit, you know. Good on her. Michelle YT has been doing updates, and the Google moderator is doing the most lately. Yeah, I've been getting notices about YouTube updates myself, and it's asking me to refresh my page or turn it off and turn it back on. I've been getting a lot of these requests every time I open YouTube today. Yeah. You're going to go spy on FB? Okay. Okay, Dixie, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah. So what do we do? Do we react partially to DCMediagirl's stream from just a couple of hours ago? Do we react to that partially? Let me know with a 1 in the chat if you want to do that. Not the whole thing. I'll be on with you for another half hour. It's just a way of spending a half hour with you. Put a 1 in the chat if you want to review part of the DCMediagirl stream from earlier this evening. Put a 2 in the chat if you don't, and we do something else. Okay, got 2 1s so far. 1, 3, 4 1s. We got 4 1s, 5 1s. Okay, Blazing Peach. Marlene is the only one who doesn't want to. Blazing Peach. All right then. All right. The eyes have it. Okay. Let me bring it up on screen. We're not going to react to the whole thing because it's over an hour. And we've been on, it's called What Me Worry? What Me Worry? That's what it's called. What Me Worry? All right. That's what it's called. Okay, we're going to, okay, so let's put the share screen. I was a bit distracted to put a 1, but because, that's okay. That's okay. The ones have it. Hey, Lila. Hey, Lila Billy T. Well, I don't think we've seen you here before. Welcome.
More than 20 million people use Grammarly every day to improve their writing. Grammarly's editor provides comprehensive feedback for your writing, so you and your ideas can make an impact and communicate with confidence.
Okay, I used to come on and be very serious about my intentions on this channel and why I have this kind of channel and why I do the commentary that I do. And looking back on those videos, I'm very embarrassed by them because they were incredibly sanctimonious. And I don't regret.
You're still sanctimonious. What's changed? You're still sanctimonious. You know, for a second there, I thought I was watching a DB clip compilation. For a second there, seriously. You're still sanctimonious. What's different today, Clara?
At making them, I just think that my tone, I was something of a pantload in those videos. And
You still are.
I've come to find out that even if my intentions are good, even if everybody else's intentions are good, keep in mind what it is that we're commenting on. We're all down in the mud together, you guys. I hate to break the news to you. We're all down in the mud.
Yes, you are all down in the mud. So are we, because we react to it. Hang on a second. Let's see what you're all saying. Okay, they censor everything now. Google is the worst mod ever. So true, Michelle. So true. You support all of the ones? Right on, Eric. Quick story. I had an ad come up on my YouTube video. Almost vomited, LOL. I forgot to change my billing info for my iTunes and didn't pay for my YouTube premium. Oh, dear. Well, that happens to the best of us, Eric. Did she just call herself a pantload? Yeah, that's what... I was starting to wonder if I was playing a DB clip compilation. Hey, Green Gypsy Bird. Glad you're here. Okay, good on you, Eric. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did that. Yeah, I thought I was watching a DB clip compilation. Because that's the kind of thing that DB would splice together, actually. For those who don't know DB, she does clip compilations, mainly of the haydurnation. She does a lot of DCMediagirl stuff. I'll put her channel. I'm assuming she's a she. If I'm making a mistake and DB is actually a he, I apologize, no intent. I just keep thinking DB is a lady. But either way, they do good work. I'm going to put link their channel in the pinned comment when I'm done with this video. Christina, thanks so much for the super chat. Thank you for your time and your videos. Oh, and you're so welcome. I feel she is a wannabe goth. Really shady. I'm with you there. Wannabe goth / punk. Don't forget punk, shady booty. Don't forget punk. The hair is cut within the inch of its life. It looks like she got a haircut from Rosethorn. It looks like she got a haircut from Rosethorn. Shady booty at her BDM side. Thank you so much, Christina. I appreciate you. But yeah, I will link DB's channel in the pinned comment when we're done. Hey, Blazing Peach, I've never heard of pantload as a thing. Is this a northern thing, perhaps? I don't know, Blazing Peach. I don't know. But I've heard the term. I'm in Canada. And we have heard the pantload thing. All right, let's go on.
All of us.
Mm-hmm.
We are all commenting on the same...
Yep.
Pathetic content creators who have...
Oh, no more pathetic than you, trying to make money off the same sick, struggling women. Okay? No more pathetic than you.
Have been cycling on this platform for years and cynically exploiting their addiction for money.
And what do? You're let's say for one moment that they are. Aren't you exploiting them, exploiting their addiction? How does that put you on the moral high ground? I know I've asked this question thousands and thousands of times before, but I still never get an answer. Why? I didn't think it was a hard question.
And we're all commenting on that. We can couch it in pleasant and sensitive language if we like. And it's everybody's prerogative.
Hello?
But the content that we are commenting on is, by its very definition, utterly and completely ridiculous. These content creators audience, they lie.
Oh, here we go again.
And
here we go again. You're not even using the term gaslight properly, and you're supposed to be a journalist, and you're not even using the term properly. See, this is why I hate the term. It's another term that's overused and over misused. This is why I hate it.
Come to embrace that reality, and so I respond to the ridiculousness. Thanks, Catbite. Thanks, love.
And as Dr. Phil would ask, how's that working for you, Clara? How well is that working for you? Because it's certainly not working well for them, for Chantal and Amberlynn. You know, you all claim that they're quote unquote getting worse. Okay, and using your term by getting worse, meaning they're clapping out back more, or their lifestyle is more unhealthy. Isn't that an indication, maybe, that what you're doing is making things worse? Or at the very least contributing? Science is on my side for this. I have produced links to several articles on my channel in the past saying as much, okay? Science is not on your side here.
Beat a spite. Oh, no. No, fuck that, Catbite. No way. Come on. And if you really want to get serious, or if you want to do serious commentary, I save that for my interviews. You know, my interviews I consider to be serious.
Yeah, I can imagine how serious your interviews are with, I don't know.
Serious ones, anyway. But the commentary videos, I'm commenting on YouTube, which by definition is not a serious place. There are very few serious people uploading to this platform. I've come to find.
Yeah, that's true. But let me bring up another point. There have been serious consequences in the past to certain people who are vulnerable, people who may be more vulnerable with mental health. There have been consequences to this kind of behavior that you exhibit, Clara. There have been serious consequences. And it's not just Clara, it's not just haydurnation. And it's not even just the girls, you know, Amberlynn, Reid, or Chantal, you know. I don't know. Look up Etika, for instance. Look up Etika.
Find that out.
Or even Boogie 2988.
I have a suggestion. If you really want to do serious, thoughtful commentary, here are some topics you might want to consider.
Oh, goody. I need some ideas.
A list of
I need some ideas.
Press's top international headlines.
All right.
For today. Nigerian security officials say jihadis linked to the Islamic State group have attacked the northeastern town of Dikwa and humanitarian posts there. Serial killer who was spared execution is killed in prison.
Oh.
Colorado hunter banned from 48 states after poaching spree.
Okay.
Romney knocked unconscious in fall, but doing better. Bo Bergdahl appeals court-martial over Trump-McCain comments.
Nothing of which that I do. Let's jump ahead.
False assumption that I hate Amberlynn or Foodie Beauty. I don't.
No, you do. Well, actually, no, you love them. There is a this is a classic example of the fine line that exists between love and hate. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's the fine line between love and hate. No, you love them enough to even buy dolls made of their likeness. To play with dolls, Clara. But you have a strange way of showing that love. Oh, because with love like that, who needs hate? Who needs hate?
I hate them. My feeling towards them is 100 times worse than hatred.
100 times worse than hatred? 100 times worse than hatred. What could that be? Let me see what you're all saying in the chat. Let me see what you're all saying in the chat. Great, Gypsy Bird, love the Tiffany's necklace. That was cool when I was in high school. So true. Little bit more of mustache too, Great Gypsy Bird. I mean, wow. Her delusion of grandeur is really something. Isn't it though, Shady? Though her old rich aunt tells her when and how to cut her hair. She said so before. That's true, Sherry. I seem to remember that too. Now there's that sanctimony, right, RBF? I think she was getting a little more than high and tight. Green Gypsy Bird. At least they create content. Absolutely true, Lally. Absolutely true. Is she going for the Hitler haircut, or is me saying that is also anti-Semitic? I think that's it. She'll say it's anti-Semitic, Death Valley. Yes, Yabba Live was horrible. Well, maybe I'll catch it later, Snowstorm. Maybe. Oh, I'm glad you're like enjoying the chat, Shady. I'm glad. I'm really glad. Where are her eyebrows, LMAO? What does she think she is, Whoopi Goldberg? That Tiffany necklace was everything in high school circa 2006. He's a fraud. Not now, not so much. This woman, question is unbelievable. How does her head not explode with the level of cognitive dissonance and sheer hypocrisy floating around in there? It's mind-boggling, Lely. It's really, truly baffling. I don't get it either. I think people are more into Cartier and Gucci necklaces and bracelets. Shady, you would know that more than I do, because that's not something I keep track of, really. I'm not a slave to fashion. That old 60s King song, dedicated follower of fashion. That is not me. He is such a liar. I do worry about them pushing someone over the edge of, you know what I mean. Yeah, I have those same concerns, Green Gypsy Bird. I have those same concerns. I do. It's not. If she was a white male in a basement playing with the Chantal doll, we'd call the police. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. It's not news. It's people's content. True. This is probably the first time I ever saw her reporting, giving a brief synopsis of the news these days. It's the first time. So I guess that's progress, sort of, giving the news. Her husband must be hiding. Would love to hear about her views on the Lincoln Project now. She is a sheep. I have no idea what's going on with the Lincoln Project these days, because it's not something I keep track of. But something tells me it's bad. When was the last time? Oh, Shady, you naughty girl. You naughty girl. Let me guess, apathy. That's why she talks about them all day. I don't know, Lila. I don't know. I think she's obsessed. You'd have to be obsessed to go to the trouble and expense to buy dolls made in their likeness. It's obsessed. It's an obsession. Welcome, lazy day. None of your business. Is it me, or does she look like a character from a B-rated horror movie? You know what? She kind of looks like the Joker when she smiles, from Batman and Robin. She seems ill. You never know, Laura. You never know. RBF, what makes her think that I don't keep up with current events? I really don't know, RBF. You probably keep up with them better than I do. You probably keep up with current events better than I do, resting bitch face. All right, let's go on. Let's go on.
What I feel for them is complete and utter indifference.
No. Nice try. If you're indifferent, okay, I have my own views about indifference from my own personal experience. And I will give this, and all of you in the chat, you are certainly free to disagree with this because it may be controversial to some, maybe not, but I'm going to put it right there. Indifference is the same as hate without taking ownership of it. Okay, indifference is the same as hate without taking ownership of it, without owning it. Because 9 times out of 10, the end result is the same. 9 times out of 10, there is an exception. In her case, but if we're going to go by the normal meaning of indifference, if you were that indifferent, that ambivalent, Clara, you wouldn't be having a channel devoting about 60% of your content to them. At least 60% of your content wouldn't be devoted to these girls. Okay, so no, let's get that out of the way.
Complete indifference.
Uh-huh.
And that's much worse than hatred or love or anything.
Okay, if we're to go by the popular notion of indifference, you'd be ignoring them. You'd be content to ignore them, let alone make any videos or comment on videos about them. You would ignore them and do your own thing. Okay? Let's get that out of the way.
Indifference is the killer. Somebody asked me if I don't see a comparison between the dolls and Young Dumb Honey Bun's merch. I find the question to be boring and uninteresting.
Boring and uninteresting, but does need to be answered because there is a legal element to it. Does need to be answered. So you can't dismiss it with the, oh, it's boring and uninteresting. Like, who the hell do you think you are, dear? Seriously, just who the hell do you think you are? There could be a legal issue to it. Young Dumb Honey Bun had to felt compelled to change up that piece of the merch to take away Amberlynn's face. It was the same thing. I mentioned this earlier in this stream. Resting bitch face, you've been around me long enough to know what happened with Jan's Views when she made the Peter Mon merch. She was forced to take that down. The Peter Mon and the Shane Dawson and the Metamorphosis Rocks merch. She was forced to take all that down. She was forced to take all of that down.
I made it very clear for months that I did not give a flying fuck about Young Dumb Honey Bun's merch, but that if it upset Amberlynn, that she should hire a lawyer and take out a crease and resist or cease and...
Crease and desist? Crease and desist? Oh my goodness. Cease and desist. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I'll agree with her. Yeah. A lawyer should have been consulted back then too. But I don't know about Amberlynn. There was another time that Amberlynn should have taken out a lawyer and she would have had a great case. If anybody remembers last year, I think it was last year, or 2019, there was a washed up has-been porn star that appeared on Twitter by the name of Amberlynn Reid and claimed that the name Amberlynn Reid, she had it trademarked and kind of forced Amberlynn into changing her name, her channel name to Amber Reid. Anybody remember that? And even haydurnation, even Charlie Gold had said that Amberlynn should have gotten a lawyer. About that because Amberlynn Reid is her given name and that would have superseded whatever trademark some washed up porn star would have had.
Dismiss or whatever you want to call it against Young Dumb Honey Bun and maybe hit up that Redbubble store too. If she didn't, then I don't give a fuck. It's her problem. It's her likeness. If she doesn't want to lift a finger to protect her brand, then why should I care?
Okay, that's fine. But here you are, you bought dolls. You just bought dolls. By the same token, I hope you have that same advice for both Foodie Beauty and Amberlynn now about the dolls. I doubt it because you bought them. Okay, again, I must stress, as far as I can tell so far from my research, it's not illegal for Clara to have bought the dolls, but she's kind of a hypocrite, especially if she had counseled Amberlynn about the Young Dumb Honey Bun merch in the past. It's kind of hypocritical on your part, dear.
I don't care.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
Chantal had a brain in that big empty head of hers. If she had a Yiddishkopf, for those of you who speak Yiddish.
No, I don't speak Yiddish, but I'm going to have to make a note of the word and I'll have to ask my ex-partner. My ex-partner is somewhat versed in Yiddish. I'd have to ask him.
What she would do is she would contact Michelle from Maine She would commission a whole bunch of dolls. She would receive them. She would mark the price up 5, 10 times, and she would sell them herself at a profit.
Here's the thing. If Chantal were into the merch business, whether it's dolls or T-shirts, and I know many of her supporters, Chantal's own supporters, have suggested that she put out merch. Okay, Chantal has not expressed an interest in putting out merch. Personally, I think she should. I think it would be a great money source for her. That would probably be easier for her mentally than the OnlyFans was. But that's her thing. It's her, it's up to her to do what she wanted. My point is, if she were interested in selling dolls of herself or of her own likeness, don't you think she would have commissioned, either made the dolls herself or found someone in the Ottawa region or wherever to manufacture these dolls and sell them herself? Don't you think that would have happened? Let me see what you're all saying in the chat. Okay, going back. Hey, Nietzsche Moose, it's never too late. You could catch the replay earlier from what you missed earlier. You could catch the replay. Yeah. Good to see you. Okay. So she seems ill. What makes her think I don't keep up? Oh, okay, there we are. Thank you, Lazy Day. I call BS. Yeah, I call BS to all of it too, RBF. No, you're not too late, Nietzsche Moose. We're always happy to see you here. It's not indifference, it's hate. Very true, Nunya. Very true. Even that fine line that has gotten blurred between love and hate. RBF. Yeah. Indifference, paying money for a doll and talking about them in almost every single video and every story. Right, Lally? Thank you, Lally. Thank you for illustrating another point there. Thank you for having an indifference. She sure has a lot of videos. And the dolls now. She went to the trouble to order. She went to the expense of paying for the dolls. So true. Yeah, she's indifferent. Like Fox News is nonpartisan. Having no one brought it up. That's why you repeated it, because it's boring. So sanctimonious. So true, Laura and RBF. So true. Oh yeah, I remember well. Yeah, you were around back in those days, RBF. Remember the hell Jan gave me for making a video talking about it? Yeah, in 2019. Yeah. Or the time with the Reid with the LOL, she's not even trying to act her age anymore. A 14-year-old talks like this. So true, Nietzsche. So true. None of your business. She's gonna hurt herself falling from the high horse she's on. She's so effing condescending. So true, ladies. Good Lord, I'm getting to really hate this sanctimonious woman, and I don't hate anyone. Oh, it's easy to do. Don't get down on yourself, Lily. That was in the summer, I remember. It was in the summer, eh? About that. Yeah. It was before Amber's cancer, so I'm going to guess it was 2019. It happened before Amberlynn got the cancer, long before. I wonder if it was a haydurnation stunt. How do we know it was porn star's lawyer that called her? That's a good point you bring up, Green Gypsy Bird, that I've never thought of. This is why I love you all in my audience. You think of things that never entered my brain. Or that I forget due to my crappy short-term memory. But excellent point. And it's one worth considering. Oh, yeah, I remember that. TBH made me laugh because she shouldn't have taken that BS. No, absolutely not. Amberlynn is so insecure and is afraid of losing her channel. Yeah, I'll have to agree with you there, Kathy C. Trust me, she doesn't, she is afraid of choking the proverbial golden goose that laid the golden eggs. Yeah. Kathy, she could lose the channel at any time, too. We don't claim her. We don't claim her. I need a beauty bite, BRB. Oh, go have that beauty bite. Bon appetit, Green Gypsy Bird. Green appetit. Let's get some voodoo dolls with Clara's likeness. See, Clara? Yeah, it can work both ways. The thing is, if we were to sell them, it would be illegal too. So I don't want to encourage anyone to break the law here, okay? Because it would be just as illegal to sell Clara dolls as it is to sell Chantal and Amberlynn dolls. Okay. Kathy C. Yeah, PBH. I think ALR hanging out in Negs' chat is a sign she's finally growing a set. Yeah, it's good to see her in the Negs' chat, Nietzsche. It's good. I think that's a good thing. Clara always figuring a way to make money, for real. No doubt, anchors. No doubt. Yeah, I noticed, Nietzsche. I meant Michelle, the doll seller. I thought that's what you meant, Michelle. I thought that's what you meant. She's that unpleasant teacher that would foil you if you missed a day for a funeral. So true, Blazing Peach. I could totally see that. Nietzsche Moose, I hope she is finding some strength because she should be unleashing some unholy hell on these hater bitches. I'm totally with you there, Kathy. Totally with you. Thanks, Fedora. For sure. I'm looking forward to catch the replay later. Yeah, no problem. That's why they're up. That's why I keep them up, Nietzsche. Hey, Tushy. Good to see you, Tushy Galore. Good to see you. Poor Clara. She's such a goober. Oh, Kathy, right? She snapped the last time Young Dumb had a meltdown. She shouldn't have let the backlash silence her. Ugh, not that I can blame her. Exactly. I'm sorry to have to duck out. I have a massive migraine blowing. Looking at the screen is too much. Oh, absolutely, Death Valley. Go get some rest. I hear you. I'm a fellow migraine sufferer, so I feel you. Thanks for stopping by, though, Death Valley. Thanks for coming. Lane B just got home from shopping. What is DC up to now? DC plays with dolls, Lane B. Dolls, homemade dolls that look like Amberlynn and Chantal. Yes, that is the latest antics from DC. Yeah. Hail, yep. I'm a hoodoo witch. I can put a dolly together. Oh, I bet you could, Tushy. I bet you could. She kind of looks like a marionette puppet, naturally put in a Jeffree Star sweatsuit and some chokers and dye the hair burgundy. You're right. So right, Shady. So right. Yo, imagine. I would put it outside at night. Yeah, I'm with you there. I'm totally with you there. Nietzsche Moose, it's all that vitriol she gets. I think she feels she deserves it. I do feel bad for Amberlynn. She needs to find her inner biatch. Well, I think she's starting to, Kathy. Honestly, I think she's starting to. You know, let's remember last spring how she went clapping back on Twitter. She came on Twitter a bit and clapping back. Hey, Lane B just got here too. DC is just being an indignant child, deflecting every valid question about the dolls. Yep, that's pretty much what's happening. Death Valley, go rest. Please catch the replay later. Absolutely. Yeah, Michelle R., you're absolutely right. Hey, Silvana. Good to see you. Good to see you, Silvana. Laura Aubrey. We love you too, Laura Aubrey. We love you too. We love you too. I'm glad you love DC, Laura. I'm glad you love her. Stick around. We're going to show some love. Stick around. Okay. Well, say something.
That's what I would do.
My God, Clara's at a loss for words for once.
The crochet guy is going to be making, I believe he has said that, thank you, D. Higgins. Thanks, love. The crochet guy said that he's interested in maybe taking requests and making dolls of haydurnation, maybe Peter Mon. I don't know. It's up to him.
And you're encouraging this. I just got through saying that it is illegal without their consent. If anybody remembers the Jan's views with the Peter Mon merch, Peter Mon came clapping back on Twitter, okay? He was not happy at all. Then he remembered Peter Mon was pretty furious about the merch. Do you honestly think that Peter Mon is going to consent to some blowhard making crochet dolls of his likeness and then selling them for money? You honestly think that? I don't think Peter Mon is going to be very happy. And trust me, from what I've seen of Peter Mon, unlike the girls who may be a little timid about just a bit holding back from fighting back, Peter Mon will go all out. Peter Mon really will go all out.
If he does that, you think I'm going to sue the guy? Absolutely not. If he makes money.
But you would be within your rights to do so. If they made dolls of you and they were selling it for money without your consent, you would be within your rights to sue. But now you just gave yourself away, Clara. You kind of gave consent in a public video right now. You just gave consent in a public easy for me to talk. Public video. You just gave consent.
Selling one or two of me, more power to him. Very flattering.
Yeah, you just gave consent. But here's the difference. You just gave consent. Amberlynn and Chantal did not give consent. And I'm pretty sure Peter Mon is not going to give consent either. I'm pretty sure.
And I hope that he opens up an Etsy store, and I hope that he makes a hell of a lot of money off of it. But see, this is not my brand, okay? This is my hobby. I don't make a living doing this.
Oh, come now. It is your brand. Wear it. You made it your brand, now wear it.
You know, this is a very difficult thing for Foodie Beauty's fans to understand.
Uh-huh.
I don't make a living doing this. This is...
Okay, no, granted, you aren't making a living. If your social blade is of any indication, Clara, no, agreed, you're not making a whole lot of coin off your channel. So what is your angle? I'd love to know. What is your angle?
In money. This is money that I use to take trips, to buy necklaces.
Yep.
And I just got my...
And Jeffree Star merchandise. Another racist, by the way.
Tax refund. So I am going to be buying a new laptop.
Goody.
And I'm sitting around trying to think of what brand of laptop I want to get. But anyway. I would also issue a challenge to the people at Chantal's and all the triggerati who were...
Triggerati? Triggerati?
Clutching pearls. Damn it, I knew I forgot something. I was going to bring a strand of pearls and clutch them through this whole...
Oh, goody. That probably would have been the most entertaining part of that stream. Why didn't you do that, Clara? We'd have all been... I'm sure everybody in my chat would be here for that.
Live, but I forgot. Anyway, imagine that I have pearls. I will clutch the Tiffany's.
Do that.
I will clutch the Tiffany's.
Do that.
In honor of the triggerati.
Uh-huh.
Are you really asking me to believe?
Uh-huh.
And this is directed specifically at Chantal's fans, enablers, whatever.
Clara, for a journalist, your vocabulary certainly is limited. You don't understand the difference between a fan and enabler, do you? You really don't. And really, I'm not going to sit here in this stream and explain it.
Do you really want me to believe that you are grossly offended by these dolls, my adorable dolls, but somehow you're not concerned when people in your group send Chantal boxes full of sugar and treats and junk?
How are you equating the two here? How are you equating the two? Let me go to you in the chat. I'm coming to the chat right now. Getting dollars from her elderly aunt. How is she married and I'm not? The world is upside down. Trust me, Shady, I wish I was married too, but I'm not. I wish I had a partner, I'm not. So you and I are in the same boat. I identify in the whatever category. Lane, right on, Lane. Apples and oranges, right on, Nietzsche. Sherry, maybe that's what's up her ass. Let me go up a bit further. Sorry if I miss any. John Miller, hey. Good to see you, John. Triggerati, that's never going to happen. The clutching pearls would be a good meme, wouldn't it be, Lays and Peach? Wouldn't it be? Getting, how's the pearl string going? Oh, DC, burn. She needs a big picture of the Joker behind her. Oh, dear. Why is her background so blah? I don't know. She probably cleaned away the party favors, Shady Booty. I think she cleaned out her party favors. She's really got the thing for them problematic folks, huh? Absolutely, Lane. Absolutely. She is making enough to go on trips. My. Well, probably even super chats, because the one thing Social Blade does not take into account when they estimate monthly earnings is the super chats or channel memberships or the extras that they get. I wonder if I'll get some money back. Wishful thinking about my tax return. Don't bet on Shady Booty. I owe every year the province of Quebec, because here in Quebec, as you know, We're the only province in Canada that files 2 separate returns, one for the province and one for the feds. Trust me, I always owe the province a good chunk every year. I owe the province over $2,000 every year. Trust me. She most likely a dog walker for her real job. Yeah, those dogs belong to the clients, right? Quite a self-destructive hobby it's proven to be. So true, Nietzsche. Peter is our YT daddy. Right on, Shady. Someone record that quick. Man, the old days of scandals on YT were everything and so intense. Don't mess with Mr. Mon. Remember the crazy-ass John Cookian saying Peter was a creeper to him, and it was all BS. Yeah, I remember that too, Shady. Trust me, like I said, if Chantal and Amberlynn are holding back, well, like they might be a bit timid, Peter Mon won't be. If anybody makes a doll in his likeness, trust me, he's not going to take too kindly to it. Only her dogs love her. I do think that ALR's content is horrid and adolescent at best. Yeah, but you know what, Shady? It's not hurting other people. So, you know, I mean, we're not obligated to watch it or even like it. You know what I mean? We're not obligated to watch it or like it. I'm not wild about ALR's content either, to be truth be told. I'm not wild about her content. But I don't have any hatred for her as a person. I don't know her. She's never done anything wrong to me. I've had a couple of brief interactions with her on Twitter. She was friendly with me. You know, she was friendly to me. I don't have anything against her, you know. But I have to admit, I've always been fascinated by Amberlynn Reid. I have always been fascinated. She fascinates me. There's a little pompous attitude I am all lately in ALR. I think she's aware she's addicted to food now more than ever, and I think the cancer maybe humbled her a bit. Well, for now. Yeah, but here's the thing, Shady Booty, and I think most know, anybody who's had a stint with addiction, cancer is not a cure for any kind of addiction or ED, you know? As much as people might have wishful thinking about that, cancer or any other serious condition, diabetes, it's not a cure for addiction. You know? I don't think so. Hang on, let's go. All right, we're back. Dog walker by day, hypocritical YouTuber by night. I am Clara. Tushy Galore, that is delightful. She looks like the teens I went to school with in the 90s, the grunge girls who were a teeny bit more girly side of grunge. Dang, that is a steep bill, Fedora. I know it is, Michelle. I know it is. But that's my bill. Every year it's like that. Every year. Okay, Tushy Galore. Clara once called me that woman, Tushy Galore. It still delights me. Oh, is that what she calls you? B. Walsh. She has no excuse to be mean, but blame Chantal subs, DC. Yeah, right. Talk about not taking responsibility for their own actions, right, B. Walsh? You know that dirty fighting, changing the subject, only lowbrow people buy that excuse. So true, B. So true. About ALR suing, there are other people selling stickers of her likeness, and Becky, and people do this. I know, but they shouldn't be. You know, they shouldn't be, Michelle. You know, they shouldn't be. But I know what you're saying. I do know what you're saying. All right, let's get back to it.
Or they sent her food, full stop. Because
okay, what's the difference here? Apples and oranges. You don't get why Chantal would be angry at the dolls, but she accepts some of her audience sending her food or sending her treats. Apples and oranges, Clara. I don't understand the comparison. You can't even equate the two.
if you are offended by the dolls, but you're not offended at people sending a junkie a giant box with her fix, or B love sauce, which I
Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Okay, hang on.
understand is coming soon, then that really does make me judge you very hard. I am side-eyeing you
I don't understand.
in my mind. And there's something very wrong with you if you think that it's okay to do that.
To do what? To do what?
Because we're not talking about, you know, the Rosa Parks of fat ladies anymore. We're not talking about, you know, a great civil rights crusader. We're talking about a very sick woman. And if you want to enable and feed her until she dies, then I think that you're a piece of garbage. Okay?
Okay, for the record, I've never sent Foodie Beauty any food. I have sent her super chats every now and again when I can, just like I do with creators I like. When I can, I send a super chat here and there, but that's the extent of it. But I've never sent her food. But I'm not going to hate on anybody who sends her food either. And I don't think it's a reason to hate on someone, sorry.
And I would also tell you that, oh, really, camera? Well, I'm not surprised. I have 592, so enjoy yourself, legume. It's very sad to me that there are,
You'll get over
sad
it.
to me, but embarrassing and also side-eye inducing that people who criticize me, the people who criticize me the most, seem to have nothing to talk about apart from the usual suspects. Same 4 or 5 people over and over again. No interviews, no walking around vlogs, no, you know, talking about books or current events or anything.
Do you talk about books or current events, Clara? Do you? Do you devote an entire 1 hour, 2 hour stream to just current events or just books? Do you? And for those who don't already know, I might as well plug it now. I do have a second channel for those who are interested. It's called Fedora Social Experiment, all original content. It is an experiment mainly in story time and comedy videos. I have different characters. If those of you who are interested, hang on. I don't have the link anymore. I do not have the link anymore. Hang on. I'll get you the link in 2 seconds. I'll get you the link in 2 seconds for those who are interested. No, I don't discuss current events or books over there, but I do experiment with comedy and story times. For those who are interested, I'm going to get you the link. I encourage you. There's already about 4 videos up at that chat, up on my new channel. I have different characters that I have introduced in the past on this channel before I rebranded. Hey, Twaddlehood, good to see you. So the channel is called Fedora Social Experiment. Thank you, Michelle. Okay, here we go. Okay. So the channel is called Fedora Social Experiment. I will post that. Oh, thank you, Michelle. God, thank you. So go check that out. It's all original content. It is a haydurnation free zone. It's an MFW free zone. So it's quite, the content is quite different, as you will see. So I hope you go visit and take a look if you're into that kind of thing. Snowstorm. There are hundreds of sick, overweight people on YouTube, yet you target a Chantal all the time. That is sick and mean. Oh, absolutely true, Snowstorm. Absolutely true. I am definitely going to check out this new channel. Oh, yes, please do, Twaddlewood. Please do. And yet you talk about the same few people. Isn't that true, Michelle? Arrogant DC. So true. I love the way you're fair and you play it straight. Thank you, B. Walsh. I appreciate that. Please give this video a thumbs up on the way out the door if you haven't done so already. Junkie, that's so dehumanizing. Yeah, I know. It is dehumanizing, Nietzsche. It is. Why does she care so much about what Chantal puts in her mouth? Kind of does contradict her earlier statement of being indifferent to them, doesn't it, Angie? Yeah. Why is she obsessed with the binging eating community? Maybe she has an ED that we are unaware of. You never know, Shady. You never know what goes on off the once the camera's turned off. We never know. There is literally no comparison in her argument. She may well as say the blue smells like Tuesday, and it makes more sense than this rot. So true, Lely. So true. If you're not Team DC, you're Team Eating Disorder Exploitation, SMAH. I don't get it. Literally had the same Twitter argument an hour ago. Yeah, I know. A junkie, wow. It's shocking, isn't it, RBF? Conflict resolution, you can't compare the two. It's dirty. So true, B. DC, Chantal fans are not okay with her diet, but we don't shame her like you and haydurnation. That's absolutely true, Snowstorm, and thank you for bringing that up. It's an excellent point. That's the thing. We don't. As long as she's not hurting or exploiting other people or animals or harming the vulnerable, I don't, I'm gonna defend her right to do what she wants on camera. Exactly. She gets her bullhorn. Thank you, Sherry. I appreciate that. Much appreciate that, Sherry. Okay. Yeah. DC doesn't care. She's triggering the addicts in her chat with that language, actually. She's probably stupid enough to think that there aren't any in her chat. Nietzsche Moose, I think that's where the safe money would be. If I were a betting woman, that's where it'd be. She gets her bullhorn, Michelle. This is why Michelle is tasked with keeping me out of trouble. This is exactly why Michelle is tasked with keeping me out of trouble.
Okay, no, it's the same people. So go ahead, make some money off of me, off of Charlie.
Oh, please, I don't make any money off you, okay? I don't make money off this channel in AdSense. First of all, half my videos are yellowed out and limited on monetization because they want romper room. That's number one. I don't make money. I speak about you because I feel compelled to do so, okay? I don't make money off you.
Feel free, but don't think that I don't see what your game is. I know exactly what you're doing, which is why I don't take you seriously. Also, maybe it's a question of sense of humor.
Sense of humor.
I grew up.
Yeah. Shaming the sick and the struggling. Yeah. Those of us who have a problem with that, we don't have a sense of humor. We don't have a sense of humor. I seem to recall, and you didn't like my parody of you, and that's fine. It wasn't for everybody. Not everybody's going to like it. That's fine. That's fine. But don't claim you have a sense of humor.
With comedy, the comedy that I grew up with was George Carlin, Richard Pryor.
Me too.
Let's see.
Me too.
Incredibly fucked up Saturday morning children's programming.
Cartoons. I live for the Saturday morning cartoons, except my father wouldn't allow me to watch them because he thought they would rot the mind. Yeah, my father limited our TV watching.
That was really twisted. We talked about this. The Sid and Marty Krofft shows. I grew up with Woody Allen, with Mel Brooks. I grew up thinking that
Woody Allen's a pedo.
That Springtime for Hitler was fucking hilarious.
I don't know that one.
Hilarious. I grew up with edgy comedy.
Edgy, is that what it is?
Thank you, Claudius. Thank you so much. So, when it comes to certain things that I find funny, I have a very dark sense of humor.
I do too, except the difference is mine doesn't hurt people for no reason, and I certainly don't go out of my way to hurt vulnerable people.
I admit it.
I'm marginalized myself, so that's why I can identify with other marginalized people. But you wouldn't know anything about that, would you, Clara?
I love the original Kings of Comedy. I like raw comedy.
Uh-huh.
But the key to the comedy that I like is that it needs to be funny. I don't like unfunny comedy.
I don't know too many people who do.
So if you're going to get triggered and be a snowflake, then that's on you. But that has
You're the snowflake, Clara.
nothing to do with me. My sense of humor is my sense of humor. It's partly age. So there you go. Oh, no, Jen. No, the producers would never fly.
Let's fast forward this a bit.
And they were dark. They were very, very edgy. And there was a lot of very edgy humor on those shows. That's what I grew up with. I loved it. So let's take a look at
Say something.
Look at this.
Say something.
Yeah, Andrew Dice Clay. See, Andrew Dice Clay.
Let's move ahead. Oh, here we go. Oh, God, here we go.
But in general, Joan Rivers was my jam. And Bianca
Joan Rivers, who advocated for the murder of the Palestinian children. But you do you, boo.
That was my jam. And that's it. So let's see what Chantal has to say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to forward over her intro because it's unbelievably loud. Let me see how her volume is. All right, you guys are going to have to tell me what the volume is like.
Stick your hearing aid in.
We're going to get some things to eat, and I did not have a single thing to eat. I've been out for most of the day running errands and had appointments, which I'll get into in a minute. But first, no, it's not the healthiest option. That being said, I don't want people picking on my food choices today.
Well, then don't show them.
Thank you.
How about you ignore them? If you're so indifferent, Clara, if you're so indifferent, you shouldn't care about what she eats. But yet you obsess over it.
If it annoys you that I'm going to eat not the healthiest right now,
I don't really.
then, you know.
You do you,
I
boo.
don't mean to sound offensive, but
It's okay.
barbecue burger.
Okay, again, how many times do we have to repeat the same thing over and over again? I'm a broken record. I should, instead of showing up personally on these lives, I should just set up a tape recorder and just play the same shit over and over again.
Yeah, maybe you should. Maybe you should. Maybe, or you could change things up. You could change things up. Like I said, if you're so indifferent, why would you care about playing Chantal's video here and nitpicking at her food choices?
If you don't want people commenting on something that you're doing, don't show it on camera.
How about show your indifference by ignoring it?
Simple.
I like my idea better.
There are so many things about my life that you have never seen and that you will never see.
And frankly, I don't care to see it.
Because I don't want you commenting on them. Because I don't want to invite judgment from strangers on the internet. There's certain things in life that I don't want to show. Certain things in life I don't want to talk about.
That's fine.
You know? And so I keep them off camera. I don't put them on the fucking internet. How about?
That's fine. But Chantal and Amberlynn's brands and so many YouTubers, in fact, if anybody remembers classic, the heyday of the old YouTube, that's what a lot of people did. It's what a lot of people still do, but a lot of people more so back in the early days. They talk about their lives. They share their lives with their audience. And again, I don't think it's grounds for bullying. Again, I'm going to compare it. Some might find it an extreme comparison, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. It's kind of like telling a woman not to wear a short skirt if she doesn't want to be attacked. Now, we know how ridiculous that sounds. You know, but this is kind of synonymous. To me, it is. Let me see what you're all saying. I haven't been with you in the chat for a while. Sean Miller. In fact, they're not getting vaccinated, John. I didn't know that. I did not know that. Mind you, DC loves the geek room, so our humor is completely different. So true, Twaddlehood. Oh, true. Angry Veteran, glad you stopped by. Hey, Angry Veteran. Okay. So here we go. Part of living in a socialist society is paying the big bucks to government. Yeah, that's true. Tushy Galore, that is delightful. Paying. Tushy Galore, she is just jealous. No one can no one can tell if she's a man or a woman. ALR, Snickers doing this. Oh my goodness. Why is she oh, there are 100, yeah. Okay. She makes her own decision, Chantal, and won't take advice. She has a huge denial issue due to her addiction. And that's a common thing with John. This is true, John, but that is common with any addict or anybody with an ED, because EDs often mimic eating disorders in behavior and in symptomology, you know. And a lot of addicts do, you know, and it's the addict themselves that has to want to, and shaming them, and it has been scientifically proven that shaming them makes the problem even worse. It exacerbates things further. You cause trouble too. Michelle, no, we can't have you causing trouble, because how are you going to keep me out of trouble? How are you going to keep me out of trouble if you're causing trouble, Michelle? Michelle. DC Media Troll and Chantal and ALR Payer. They do. That's why they have to be nicer to. That's why she has to be nicer to them. And says something is funny. Love Carlin. Yeah, I like Carlin too, Twaddle. I grew up with that too. Woody Allen is a pedo. If you remember the Soon Yi thing, AB, look up Woody Allen and Soon Yi, his adopted daughter. They're now together. It's kind of giving me all kinds of vibes of John and Mackenzie Phillips, or MFW and Daddy Wonderful. Ugh. This is new info to me. I like edgy comedy. So she's saying she's not like the other girls. Pretty much Blazing Peach. Pretty much. She has no sense of humor. She's just true. He has a thing for young Asian dependents. Yeah, that sums it up, John. That sums it up. What a sense of humor, DC. I grew up on edgy comedy. Ergo, I'm better than all of you. DCMediagirl 2021. Yes, we shall all commemorate that, Lily. What a sense of humor, DC. Right, Michelle? Right? And there's Michelle with the bullhorn. Same, but weight loss is hard. I understand how Foodie gets sick of people telling her what they eat. Yeah, exactly, Twaddlehood. Dry, desiccated sense of humor. Yeah, that sounds about right, John. Angel Wings, hey, good to see you. Michelle, consequences will never be the same. Twaddlehood, she said she will delete the comments with that or in the chat. She gets lots of them. So true. So true, Michelle. Mind you, DC loves the geek room, so our humor is completely different. Absolutely. Stick your hearing aid in. Twaddlehood. Oh, yeah, the same people made the oven joke, right? Yeah, that's the dork room, the geek room. I call them the dork room. That's exactly them, Michelle. Blazing, you're a broken record because they are ignoring you. I've got to run. Have a good night, Fedora. Bye. Oh, thanks for stopping by, RBF. Thank you. Have a great evening. But she has no moose. She could be successful all she wants. I'm successful. I'm funny. I have many hobbies. My brain is very big. Oh, I have no doubt, Nietzsche Moose. I have no doubt about that. Yep, she needs love, and addiction isn't about substance, it's about the trauma. That's very true, John. More often than not, that is very true. CRBF, yeah. Yeah. Michelle, if you've got a moment, can you put up the rattle can links, please? For those of you who wish to join the channel like Dolphin did earlier, you may do so. Get access to, it's $1.99 per month. You get access to some cool hat emojis. And every Thursday afternoon at approximately 4 p.m. Eastern Standard, I do a members-only chat, public stream, but only members can chat. And most of my uploads you get early access to without the ads for most of my uploads. I wasn't even talking about myself. That's just how DC sounds to me. Right on. Okay, thanks, Michelle. Thanks for putting in the rattle can links, because Michelle would never forgive me if we didn't play the obnoxious e-begging portion of the show, because it's Michelle's favorite part of the show. Sheltering. See ya, bitch face. Please give this video a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Thank you. All right. We're not going to watch the whole thing. We'll just go on a little bit longer.
There's certain opinions that I have that I won't share on the internet.
Okay.
Because I don't want to deal with the blowback. Because I know what would come as a result.
I don't know, DC. You're getting quite a bit of blowback these days for doing your videos on these girls day in, day out. And you're getting blowback now about the dolls. Just saying.
That's it. Don't put them on the internet. If you don't want people fussing over you when you eat bad food, then don't go on an upload spree. Here's
the thing. It doesn't really matter whether she eats it on camera or not. Take a look at Amberlynn Reid, for instance. Amberlynn Reid, when she does a mukbang, it's basically a typical meal. She doesn't do like style a la Nikocado avocado. But if she, the fact of the matter is that neither have lost weight. You go after them anyway. You go after them anyway, and you accuse them of doing this, that, or the other thing, or not doing this, that, or the other thing. Either way, like Chantal will might do the odd healthier mukbang, healthier eat with me or cook video. And what is it? You, Clara, or at least your friends, are all after her. Well, we know what you're going to do once you get off camera. You're going to go to Wendy's or Taco Bell or whatever.
Bring a wig with that's ratted out, and
you mean much like Callie's wigs are, or Ms Hussy's?
Being miserable and boo-hooing on camera over and over and over again about your health.
She talks about her life. It doesn't make it cannon fodder for you. Be the better person. As long as she's not exploiting or harming other people, you can ignore it. Live up to your own standard of indifference. Just ignore it. Don't watch it. Don't react to it. Don't talk about it.
And then get angry when the 5 people left in your audience who actually care about you.
5 people. 5 people. Any of you in the chat remember the day when I was doing a live react? I sniped Clara's stream, and Clara said that I only had 3 people watching. Remember that? 5 people. Clara, you wish you had the turnout that Foodie Beauty gets on her live streams. You wish you had half that turnout that Foodie Beauty gets on her live streams. Foodie Beauty gets a lot of trolls, true, but in the chats that I've seen, okay, most people that are interacting in the chat tend to be supportive, or at the very least, they're civil. They're behaving in a civilized manner. Yeah, like I said, sure there are the trolls, but and I'm sure many of you in my chat are also watch Chantal streams too. Clara, you wish you had the turnout Foodie Beauty has. Hell, I wish I had the turnout. I know I wish I had the similar turnout that Foodie Beauty gets. I wish I had that turnout.
Express concern for your choices. Keep it all off the air. All of it. The food, the dieting, the, what else?
Hello there, ladies. Doing the laundry blows.
Oh,
right?
shoot. Hang on, my
Unless you have
computer.
a 50-inch chest like mine.
Hang on.
I'd be blowing myself.
The try-on hauls, what else? Anything where people comment on anything that you do or say that upsets you, that you don't want to get feedback on, keep it off of YouTube.
See, this is the hallmark of a bully. This is the hallmark of a bully. I'm going to come and bully you if you keep doing what I don't want you to do. Or for whatever reason, or the most superficial of reasons. Well, you're fat, so we don't want you to eat what you want. We want you to eat nothing but sawdust. Trust me. As an overweight woman, I can relate.
Keep it off YouTube.
How about you ignore her?
It's so simple.
No, it's so simple. You ignore her instead. Don't react to her. Don't watch her. You claim you're indifferent. Come by your so-called indifference, honestly.
Anybody can do it.
Hi. Can we try the Korean barbecue cheeseburger with 1 patty?
Yeah, you can try that with 1 patty. There's a burger.
And no.
Hang on. Did we have a fake milk tea in chat?
Ooh.
Do we actually have
fake milk
somebody
tea.
impersonating milk tea?
Ooh.
Then milk tea, I want you to know, the real milk tea, the adorable milk tea, the British milk tea that I love.
Yeah.
I want you to know that I was referring to the fake milk tea, not you.
Uh-huh.
Okay? Can we all be friends now?
You and I are never were friends. Let's move this ahead while Clara's making friends.
I know that this is the real milk tea because I unblocked her on her channel.
Okay,
Thank
still
you,
going on
Empress.
about milk tea. I don't care
Oh,
about
she's
that.
subtitled. Okay. See, that's bad. That's bad.
What are you?
We have had a number of meetings in which subtitles were discussed at various and sundry workplaces.
Let's go ahead.
Hey, Tiffany. All right, now. No, Queen, I'm not. Don't
Well, I
worry.
imagine it has it involves bulgogi.
Korean barbecue burger.
Anybody who's eaten Korean barbecue, it's usually known as bulgogi, I believe. I'm not really that schooled on Korean food, but it's bulgogi and it's something special. Anybody who has seen my friend Steve doing collabs with me here, he is more seasoned about Korean barbecue than I am. But yeah, if he were here, he'd be able to explain it better.
What's on it? Some kind of Korean flavored bacon, I think.
Korean flavored bacon. What is that?
Cheese, pepper jack, I think. Pickled red
Thanks, Kit
onions.
Kat. Do we have that in the U.S.?
Lettuce, tomato. You bite?
Come on.
Oh.
Come on, Clara.
Okay.
Look how Clara looks fascinated at the way she eats or shows the burger. Look how fascinated she looks.
Not bad.
Uh-huh. What are you going to say, Clara? Your eyes are closing. Are you falling asleep? Are you falling asleep? Maybe it's time to stop the reaction at that point. If it's that boring to you.
A strong flavor.
A strong flavor of what?
How about this? Why don't you go try a Korean barbecue for yourself and you can judge for yourself the flavor. How does that sound?
And just so that everybody gets super triggered,
Mm-hmm.
I am going on a vacation next month.
Goody.
And I have already started making restaurant reservations. So I can't wait.
Uh-huh. But you went after Foodie Beauty for traveling alone to Montreal in her car, getting takeout to eat in her car because all the dining rooms have been closed in Montreal since early October. Part of the premier, like Frankie Legault's lockdown thing. Yet you went after her for that. Yet you are going to eat open in a dining room, and since you're going to be eating in an open dining room, you're not going to be wearing a mask because obviously you can't you can't wear a mask while you eat or drink. That much is obvious. Yeah, right. Okay, got it.
And I promise you guys that if you watch my travel vlogs,
Uh-huh.
that I will be giving you a fabulous and very descriptive rundown of.
Will you piss off a mule again? Will you mistake a mule for a horse again? Because that is still classic. Let me go to the chat. You like bulgogi? Okay. You like, I'm a vegan, so I don't eat beef. Okay. Michelle, she will boot anyone that does not agree with her. Sherry, I've known. I assume you mean FB. She gets some crap over and over. She is frustrated. Yeah, that's very true, Michelle. Hey, Terry. Hey, Terry K. Good to have you along. Michelle, I was talking about DC. Yeah, DC has been known to get her laws to clear out anybody who disagrees with her. I've seen it firsthand, Sherry. I've seen it firsthand. Yeah, it's absolutely true. Yep. One rule for DC and another for Chantal. So true, Angie. So true. Shady, unfortunately, people jab to walk in her shoes. have to. I think he mean. Oh, I think you may have. Might be okay. Unfortunately, people have to walk in her shoes to experience what's happening. Very true, Michelle. Very true. Oh my God, this is funny. She's too much. It's always the person who isn't foodie saying it's easy to not binge. Exactly, Shady Booty. Exactly. It's all about portions and exercise. Easier said than done. Oh, it's more than that. You know, science has been proven that far. I don't know, Shady. You're as a fellow Canadian. Are you familiar with Dr. Arya Sharma? He's out of the University of Alberta. You should read up about his stuff. He is a bariatric specialist who's written many, many articles about obesity and bariatric treatment and stuff. Oh, good night, Nietzsche. Oh, good night, Snowstorm. I don't know who left. Who left? Dab time. Good night, Bor. Okay, good night, Nietzsche. Good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. And good night, Lely. It's 1 a.m. Yeah, get some rest. Thank you, Lely. Yeah. Follow me on Instagram. Yes. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. Thank you, Michelle. A troll in her chat, LOL. She would say, off with their head. So true. So true. We don't need to play of your travels, DC. No, we don't, Terry. But Terry, the funny thing about, there are a few funny things I thought about Clara's trip to Kentucky. One of them being how she mistook a mule for a horse. And she tried to pet the mule, and the mule kind of didn't like it, didn't react well to it. The mule didn't react well to it. And the other thing was how she was astounded at all the poverty that she had seen in rural Kentucky. Belinda and I talked about that before. Belinda, Haydurnation News Network, who is from Tennessee, as many of you know, and you know, and that's a kind of a regular happening in Appalachia. Poverty, there's a lot of poverty in Appalachia. Yeah, something she never knew. Angry nigga. I'm still here. Oh, okay, good, good. Okay, hey, Elaine is still here. Great. Sherry, well, she never listens. Yeah, that's true. Never heard of the doctor, but sounds intriguing. A snow, ha ha ha, with the horses for 18 plus years. I fell off my seat of, oh, wow. Yeah, you remember that? Plus years, I fell off. Oh, you remember that, Sherry. Did you get kicked in the face? Is that the case? Can somebody get angry nigga? Is there a mod, Michelle? Michelle, can you get angry nigga out of here? I don't even like the name angry nigga. Even the name, please get that out of my chat. Please get that out of my chat. Thank you. Much appreciated. Okay. What is the doctor's name? I don't know. Arya Sharma. Arya Sharma. I'm going to put it in the chat now. No, I just can't stand your racist name. Sharma. University of Alberta. I just put that in the chat. Oh, okay. All right, thank you, Michelle, for getting rid of angry nigga. Thank you. Yeah, even the name is racist. I don't want it in here. I don't want it in here. Okay, thank you, Michelle. All right. Wrench Power, Troll Patrol, yeah. Okay. Bye-bye, angry DC. His name is racist. Yeah, it's true. His name is racist. I notice. Angry nigga, angry. Yeah, it's racist. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Michelle, for getting rid of them. Okay.
What the food tastes like. So I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm going to 2 places. No, I'm not going to Texas or well, no.
Well, yeah, go spread the love with COVID.
Thank you. I am going to 2 places where the food is great, the atmosphere is great, and for the first time, I am going to be doing a giveaway with local treats.
Really?
Local treats that you can probably only find in those particular areas.
Really?
I think. And so where can you get the dolls? Mike, go to yesterday's live, look in the description box, And I left the email for Michelle from Maine. She is the doll maker. And we have another adorable doll maker who's a crocheter. He's here with us, I hope. He's called The Real Crocheter. He has a YouTube channel. He's incredibly talented. I'm getting one of his dolls next week. I cannot wait. And I'm going to pump up his business as much as I can. So
I bet you will.
Lots and lots of dolls coming in. Oh, you want to see the dolls? Okay.
Oh, we get to look at the dolls. Goody. We get to look at the dolls again. These are the Chantal and Amber dolls from Michelle from Maine. Come on, get them up on camera. Get them up on camera.
There's Sidhu. These are the dolls.
Yeah.
There's Chantal. And there's Amberlynn. They're not exactly like Yaba's dolls, but they were made by the same person. So, there you go. I'm going to put them there. They are cute. They're absolutely adorable.
Wouldn't it be perfectly hilarious if both of those dogs took them as chew toys? If both of her dogs used them as chew toys? Nothing against Amberlynn or Chantal, but I don't know, something in me would find it hilarious if those dogs went after them.
If you could please drop The Real Crocheters channel link in the chat, mods. It is. Yes. Yes, hang on. Where's Milk? Milk Tea said something very...
God, we're obsessed with our milk tea, aren't we, dear?
Important. Yes,
we're
Milk
obsessed
Tea.
with our milk
That's
tea.
exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. And not only did the doctor prescribe a diabetic drug, the doctor went straight to a drug without passing go. In other words, evidently with diabetes, first it's supposed to be escalating like metformin and then insulin and then this medication. And the reason that doctors don't prescribe it right away is because it's very expensive, evidently. So yes, that's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened.
Okay, I was diagnosed with diabetes exactly 2 weeks before Christmas, as many of you know. My doctor is not putting me on medication right now because he said that my blood sugar levels, he felt, were not that high. And the other thing is, I did have a high blood sugar episode at a time when I was having a very severe panic attack. So there is a pattern of my blood sugar going up, and this has been proven, not just mine, but for a lot of, even especially with diabetics, stress raises blood sugar levels as well. Okay, an inordinate amount of stress. And I had been stressed out over like the past all of fall. I had been stressed out. So my doctor has me working with a nurse who specializes on diabetes, who calls me once a week. And I can ask her questions anytime I need to. And so, yeah, it has been quite an adjustment over here. You know, it has been quite an adjustment. And he said this month, which I'm going later this month, I'm going for a glucose fasting. And if things haven't corrected themselves, then we're going to be probably talking about metformin at that time. But for right now, he wants to see if things correct themselves. And also, there is the genetic component. In my case, diabetes runs rampant on both sides of my family. Okay, including my grandmother, my maternal grandmother, all my aunts on my mother's side, my father, my paternal grandfather. So that's the other thing. That's why I've always had glucose testing, because of the genetic component. I'm going to check you all in the chat now. Yeah. Well, I can't make dolls, so I will give DC that. She can't make dolls either. She buys them, Twaddlehood. Yes, and if you have an infection in your blood sugar. Yeah, that's the other thing, too. My doctor told me I had there was another time in 2014 which I actually had a blood infection. I was rushed to I was pretty sick. And I was actually rushed to hospital by ambulance. My blood sugar was high at that time, but the attending and my doctor had agreed at the time that the stress of everything and the blood infection, it was an isolated incident. My sugar did go down at that time. So we'll see. DC gets more views when she's screaming about Chantal or Amberlynn. Her other videos do not pull the views. Very true, Angie. Very true. Hey, Spirit in the Sky Blue. Good to see you. Chantal should get a cut in the profits. Agreed. I absolutely agree with you on that, Terry. Advertising the dolls. Yep. John, I would be surprised. Hey, Spirit was probably a 12 white boy. Ooh, yes. Well, hey, it's good to see you too, Blue Spirit in the Sky. Not who racist, LOLMP, right, Michelle? Yeah. Oh, God. All right.
So yeah, that's what happened. Let's continue.
What's going on with that? Because 6 for A1C is not diabetic.
6A1C is pre-diabetes, at least according to my the charts at the clinic where my doctor was working from, and the hospital that I actually go to when I need to do tests or if I have to use the ER. 6 is pre-diabetic range, not diabetic range. My A1C was 7.8.
Okay, Chantal. Whatever you say.
The pickles onions are good. Oh, there's a...
No, DC, I don't know. It might vary. To be fair, it might vary from different clinics and different hospitals, the numbers. But the A1C here that I'm familiar with, 6 is pre-diabetic range.
barbecue sauce.
See, this is the thing, you guys. Okay, so Kiwi Farms, and somebody in chat just brought this up. Kiwi Farms did a little digging and went into some comment sections.
Did they now?
From 2018.
Oh.
Where she admitted that she was on...
They must. Oh.
Metformin. So, and you know that she admitted years ago that she had fatty liver disease. So this fatty liver disease diagnosis is not new. So has she been on metformin this whole time? Has she been on metformin this whole time? And if she was on metformin, did she stop taking it for whatever reason? Or was she on metformin when her blood sugar...
Wow! Stay tuned for another episode of As the Tummy Turns. Cue in that cheesy organ music. Did Chantal take metformin in 2018? Oh, dear Lord.
The readings were that high? It's a mystery.
I mean, I guess that's good. But my blood pressure was 127 over 70 something.
Now this I do not believe.
127 over 70 something is okay. It's within normal range.
I'm sorry. No. That's impossible.
Why?
That's impossible.
Why?
127 over 70?
Why?
127 over 70.
Where did you get your medical degree or even your nursing license, Clara? How would you know?
That's higher than my blood pressure. And she outweighs me by a good, what, 300 pounds?
And so you assume everybody who's overweight or even morbidly obese has high blood pressure all of the time? It's quite the assumption. Here's the other thing. Chantal recently had a bunch of infections. She had a bunch of infections. And when you have an infection of some kind, you know, like what happened with her fupa or what happened with her leg or the C. diff, infections tend to lower your blood pressure significantly. Trust me, I've had a blood infection. I know enough about this. And my father had septicemia as well on a couple of occasions, and he's had infections. Infections tend to drop your blood pressure.
And we're about the same height.
Wow.
127 over 70? How can that be? She's on blood pressure medication? Fine.
Yeah, well, if she's on blood pressure medication, if she's on beta blockers, and she's taking them as prescribed, that could have something to do with the fact that her blood pressure might be within normal range. That's a good thing. It means the beta blockers are doing its job. The beta blockers are working. This is the thing. Yay, celebrate. Not in Clara's world, of course. Oh my God. Yeah, yes, and you can have an infection. Yeah, exactly. None of your business, DC. Right on, Terry. I'm right with you there. I'll be listening but can't chat. That's okay, Michelle. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you so much, Michelle, for stopping by. FB is a human being with a disorder which greatly affects her health. I only wish her well. Yeah, exactly, Sherry. Exactly. Thank you so much, Michelle. Always appreciate Michelle. We stand Michelle around here.
So am I. Now, granted, I work in a very stressful profession. And,
so did I.
High blood pressure is a very common problem with people in my line of work. Yes, even when we're working at home.
Jesus.
But 127/70, I'm sorry, guys. Okay,
God, we're still on that.
She's telling the truth. To me, it sounds like a lie.
We're still on that, are we? My God, it's fascinating. An obese woman can have a blood pressure within normal range. Oh my God. Wow. If she's taking the beta blockers are working. Wow, what a foreign concept.
When they checked it there. And so I'm starting the Ozempic.
Thank you, Seal. Thank you so much.
Which is good. And it is healing.
All right.
What else? Oh. She's going to check on my referral for the bariatric clinic.
Okay. So therapy's going well, I
She
see.
said she referred me to the bariatric clinic, but
Oh, you know what, Clara? If therapy is such a grand thing, why aren't you in therapy? If therapy were so grand, why aren't you in therapy if it's so grand? And if therapy were so grand, what good has it done for people like Charlie Gold and On Program Situation who have been on therapy for I don't know how long? Yeah.
Oh, you know what? This is what I was going to say. Canadians in the chat, I knew that I got sidetracked.
Oh, Canadians.
The way... Bye, Milk Tea. Love you.
Fellow Canadians in my chat, you better tune in for this shady booty. Michelle, I know you can't chat, but if you're listening, tune in because Michelle, you know as well as I do, Clara knows more about Canada than we do. She knows more about our politics. She knows more about our healthcare system. She knows more about how things work in Canada than we Canadians do. So Canadians, yeah, shady booty, Twaddlehood, Snowstorm, I think you're Canadian as well, and Michelle R, who is listening but not chatting. Keep an eye on this. We're going to learn something new about our own country.
Sorry for the misunderstanding. Love you. But your impersonator was a real pain in the ass. So, love you. Okay. The way that Chantal describes her doctor's visits makes me think that Canada is full of quacks. If you were living anywhere outside of Canada and you were to listen to this woman describe her doctors and her medical visits and everything else, would you not come to the same conclusion?
I don't know. My doctor, my GP, I love my GP. He's great. I love my GP. So no, they're not all full of quacks. Yes, we have our share of quacks in every province. Just like you do in the United States. Just like you do. Okay. But I've also had some very crappy doctors in the past. But this GP I have a great GP. I have some specialists. Most of my specialists are great too. The specialists that are working with me, they're great too. I don't have any problems with mine.
I want the Canadians in the chat to defend the honor of your healthcare professionals.
I don't think they need defending, but okay.
Because I do not believe that this is true.
How do you know? Have you visited these doctors? Have you visited them, Clara? Have you been examined by them? Have you talked to them? How do you know? Maybe she's had a run of bad luck. I've had a run of bad luck with professionals in the past before. I had a string of bad doctors and bad therapists. A whole string of them.
I don't believe any of this. And there's a difference between being non-compliant, which is not the doctor's fault. There's only so much they can do. And going on YouTube and claiming over and over again, making all these huge claims about how no doctor can diagnose what's wrong with the skin on your legs. And one day you are diabetic and the next day you're not diabetic. One day you're being referred to a diabetes clinic. The next day, what diabetes? What are you talking about?
It's possible. I'm not going to comment on that.
One day you're going to die if you...
I'm not going to comment in it because, like I said, I'm not a medical professional. I do not have access to Chantal's medical files. And nor should any of us, because it's her business, you know. I mean, I remember the time Amberlynn put her own medical records on screen. And Life by Jen somehow felt compelled to send copies of her medical records to Callie, Life of Free Spirit. Okay, that's not something I would do. Chantal, I don't believe, has done that either. And I don't think anybody should be subjected to that. You are free to believe or disbelieve, but you don't have to make an entire sermon about it. And I don't think it's grounds for bullying. Okay, I don't think it's grounds for this obsession. You are free to believe or disbelieve, but, you know, drop it at that. You don't live with her. Odds are you're never going to meet her in real life. It doesn't affect you.
If you don't stop eating this way the next day, oh, I went to the doctor. I'm perfectly healthy. All my vitals are perfectly okay.
And maybe she did have a good day when all her vitals were fine. We can all have good days. We can all have bad days.
How can this be? Canadians.
Yo, Canadian here. Canadian here. I just explained it.
Explain this to me.
All right. She could have a good day. She could have a bad day. Like anybody can. Like you, like me can. It doesn't matter what jurisdiction we live in. It does not matter what jurisdiction we live in. Anybody can have a good day or a bad day. The point is, you know, unless you have access to her medical records, nobody can say for sure.
Please. Oh. Oh.
I have asthma.
Okay.
She had the report.
Not pulmonary embolism.
Printed it out for me. That I have from the respirologist. I have asthma.
A respirologist?
Asthma.
Is that what they're called?
I need to go get my puffer.
Yeah, we call him a respirologist here. We call him that. Shocker.
You should prescribe me some puffer for that.
Didn't she have asthma before, though? Or am I misremembering? So no more
Why is that so important to you?
pulmonary embolisms. Just
My
asthma.
God.
Okay.
Is it pulmonary embolism? Is it asthma? Stay tuned for the next episode of As the Tummy Turns. Cue in the cheesy organ music.
So yeah. That's that. This Ozempic injection is once a week.
Okay.
Needle.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It's supposed to help you lose weight, curb your appetite, whatever.
Is she talking about easy for me to say, Saxenda? Oh, better watch that. Saxenda, I've heard, has some nasty side effects.
Okay, you know what this reminds me of? Do you guys,
So,
What was the
Assuming we're talking about Saxenda, it has nasty side effects listed.
name of that movie that Jeremy Irons was in, where he played Klaus von Bülow?
I don't remember. I don't remember.
A Reversal of Fortune, I think
Okay.
it was.
Okay.
And remember that Sonny von Bülow went into a coma because she had been injected with a large dose of insulin. And when he's talking to his lawyer, when he's talking to Dershowitz, and he says, you know, that they all used to do it, Reversal of Fortune, right? And that they all used to inject insulin in London. They used to inject insulin at parties.
Okay, I think we're going to stop reacting. We're going to end the reaction because it's just going to be more movie talk. And I've been on for a long time. So we're going to stop the share screen. Okay. I think we're going to stop the share screen. I'm going to spend the next 10 minutes, the last 10 minutes with all of you. Yes. Yes. So let's see. Where did we leave off? Is she saying, A, she works at home in her high-stress job as a content creator? LMAO wouldn't shock me one bit since she's so self-absorbed. She, LOL, yes I am. Waiting with bated breath, LMAO. Imagine blaming a whole country for FB's bad doctor advice. I know, really, Shady? All I can say is DC is trolling constantly now. Yeah, pretty much. Same here. Did you ever think FB was trolling, aka lying? FFS, Clara, quit being so silly. Clara, I think Chantal does not want to give out all her medical information. Nor should she, Snowstorm. Nor should she. She shouldn't. You know, like I said, and I already addressed this before several times. You know, nobody, you know, even if you do, you're one of these people on YouTube, you know, you're a vlogger, you talk about your life, that's your brand, and you might mention you're sick. You know what I mean? You might mention you're sick. You know, but I think, you know, nobody should be forced or feel compelled to show their medical records on screen. Nobody should feel that compelled. Yeah. So let's see. So for the last few minutes, what do you all have to say for yourselves? What do you all have to say for yourselves? What do you all have to say for yourselves? Okay. So I've been on for 2.5 hours. And like I said, the last 10 minutes, if you all have anything to say, looks like I must have missed Negs' stream. That's okay. I'm glad to be here with you anyway. I'm glad to be here with you. Yeah, exactly, Snowstorm. She should keep it private. Absolutely. She should keep it private. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I know many of you were waiting for me to do a Shani for Christ parody. I think that's going to be on the back burner for a while for 2 reasons. Number one, I can't find a male to play Rev. And I don't think this parody could work without a male partner playing Rev. And the other and more important reason, if many of you know who follow Negs, his main channel, the Negs channel, got hit with some kind of strike. Somebody made a complaint. And his channel, he has been suspended from using his channel for until Friday morning. And he did say a few days ago he believed Shani reported him. And if that is the case, if she did indeed report Negs, I'm kind of iffy about doing a parody. It's kind of like pick your own battles time. Is it really worth it for me to fight YouTube and fight Shani? Should Shani report any video? Is it really worth it to my channel taking this kind of hit? And I come to the conclusion, no, it's not. Now, at the end of the day, we don't know if it was indeed Shani who reported Negs. For those of you who don't know already, hey, Jenny Cakes, good to have you. Jenny Cakes. If any of you, so any of you who are wondering where to find Negs, he's at his other channel until Friday morning, at least. He is streaming from his other channel called Negative Reactions. The channel name is called Negative Reactions. I'm going to go I'm going to go get the link for that. So those of you who need, in case you're interested. Okay. In case you're interested, negative reactions. And he might be live now. I don't know. Yeah, he is live now. Okay, he is live now. Anyways, I'll give you his channel, Negative Reactions. That's where he's going to be at least until Friday morning. In case those of you who are wondering. So I'm going to put that in the chat now. I'm going to put that in the chat now. Oops. Okay. Okay, so you can go over there and watch him. He is live, has been for a while. Oh, I'm glad. Thank you for stopping by, Sherry and everybody. Yeah, like I said, I will keep the stream up in replay. For those of you who are interested, I'll timestamp the reaction where I started the reaction to DCMediagirl's video so anybody can jump ahead to where they like. I should have that done in about 3 hours because right after I jump off here, I'm going to go to Negs' stream. I'm going to watch over there. Oh, thank you, Snowstorm, for stopping by. I'll probably catch you over there. Okay, so that's it. So one more time, the rattle can links. For those who are interested in supporting the channel, please give this video a thumbs up or consider subscribing if you haven't. It is a free way to help the channel out. Next, you could join the channel. It's $1.99 per month. It is $1.99 per month. You get access to some cool custom hat emojis. Weekly members-only chat on public live streams. That's every Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you get to interact in the chat every Thursday afternoon. You get some input on what we talk about as well as many of my uploads. You get early access ad-free to those. You get early access ad-free. There is the link if you can't find the join button. Keep in mind all the links I'm providing in the chat you can also find in the description box below the video. For one-time donations, PayPal. I have a PayPal. Rest assured, I will keep all your information confidential. And, you know, we'll keep that quiet. YouTube also doesn't get its 30% that way. So if that's the way you choose to go. Speaking of PayPal, once again, a big thank you to Negs and Negative Nation and those who gave a recent donations to the computer fund. Thank you all so much. I am really overwhelmed. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. Okay. So so that those donations are being put definitely toward the new potato fund, which I am saving up for. Okay. So here we go. I also have a merch store if you're interested. I've got merch. Oh, you're so welcome, Spirit in the Sky. Got merch. And if you're interested in the merch, t-shirts, mugs, fun stuff. I also have a Discord server you can join. You have to be 18 and up. We're pretty drama-free, pretty laid back. We have rooms to suit all tastes. So come join the Discord server. Yeah. Also, I have a new second channel called Fedora Social Experiment. Okay, I have a new channel called Fedora Social Experiment. There are 4 videos up already, all original content. Over there, I am experimenting with different videos, with different story times and some comedy. I'm introducing different characters over there, or reintroducing different characters that existed on this channel before I rebranded. Like Shiza F. Ucker is back. Shiza F. Ucker has made a comeback. So if you're interested in subbing at my new channel, there's the link in the chat. Okay, so go check it out. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, you may do so. The link is coming up. Again, all these links available in the description of this video. Thank you so much, Angie. I'm glad you enjoyed it. So that's just about going to do it for this evening. I'm going to just head right over to Negs if he's still live, because it looks like he's been live for a while too. Please take care of yourselves and each other. And if there is somebody in your midst who is vulnerable or at risk, please take the time to give them a call, Hit them up on social media if they got it. DM them, text them, because sometimes just a few hours of lending a sympathetic ear, a friendly ear, can make all the difference in the world in that person's life. Okay? So always remember. So I will catch you tomorrow. Again, tomorrow, approximately 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Members only chat, public stream. It is free to lurk, but it is a members only, can interact in the chat. So yeah, so I'll catch you all in the next one. Have a great evening, everybody. And thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you. And again, thank you to Negative Nation, and thank you to those who gave donations toward the computer fund and my PayPal. Honestly, I am very touched. Thank you all, and good night.